Boys and girls, are we ready? Are we ready? It's Streamer Showdown o'clock. Are we ready? Are we excited? Are we excited and ready? You blooming should be. Exciting times. Kevy 6 times is approaching. I'm just waiting for this timer to tick down now. I mean, I could just put the camera on now, but I refuse. There's a camera there for a reason. A camera? A timer. I know what I mean. And now my stream deck's not working. What a build-up. What an anti-climax. There we go. We got there in the end. Hello, boys and girls. How are we doing? It's only the Streamer Showdown. Yes! Hydrate straight away. Goodness me. I will do. Finally got a cup. Beautiful stuff. Ring the bell. We shall ring the bell. Oh, Streamer Showdown ahoy. Streamer Showdown ahoy. Very exciting times. It is draft night. If you haven't seen the announcements on Twitter, we're doing Serie A and La Liga. £500 million budget, 17 players from Serie A and La Liga, plus one wild card that can come from one of the other 3 main leagues, Premier League, Bundesliga, or Ligue 1. And it's going to be awesome. We also have the Vikings thing still going on. Obviously, I'm not necessarily going to be able to thank everybody who gets involved in the Vikings thing tonight, but we are actively trying to get to 185 Vikings. We've hit our first target of 90. Stretch target is 185 Vikings, because then dyeing their hair. If we get it done before Sunday, I'll even have coloured hair for the final. Yeah, I'm going to be in the final. I'm going to win the thing. Obviously, how are we doing? Is the Viking helmet ordered? No, because you didn't get to 90 last night. There should be an FM Streamer Showdown belt. There should, but at the moment, I'll just make do with my AEW title. Also, thank you in advance to anyone who subs this evening, all that kind of stuff. These streams do get a little bit hectic, so things like subs and saying thank you is tricky. It is on 90 now, but it wasn't on 90 at the end of last night's stream, and they were the rules. So no Viking hat for me. Martin, thank you for the sub. Also, Connor, if I didn't thank you before, thank you for the sub. We're going to be jumping over into the main chat in just a second, which, warning, if you are watching with small children, the main chat does have loads of sweary louts in it. So just protect your ears. Has anyone caught FNG yet? If they had, would the poster still be up behind me? 3 counts of ducking Kev. If I'm in the showdown, he's afraid to be in the showdown. We all know that's how it works. But yeah, if anyone does find him, it's an £11.32 reward as per the poster. That poster cost me 17 quid to have printed. Printed fast. Express printing, I think they described it as. Came in a little tube and everything. It's lovely. Right. Are we back over into the main chat yet? I think the game is all up and running and ready to go. I have my extensive spreadsheet. Who would you draft first, boys and girls? Based on what you know, who would you draft first? 1 wild card. Everyone else has to come from the from La Liga or Serie A. Who would be your first draft pick if you got first draft pick? I mean, I'm almost certain if it's me again, it's going to be Virgil. I'm pretty sure. I think everyone knows I'm going to go for Virgil. But there's some interesting names coming up there. Every single one of those names is on my spreadsheet somewhere, which means we're thinking on the right. In fact, no, the one that isn't is Ronaldo. Ronaldo's not on my list. Everyone else Ramos is not on the list. Everyone else that's been mentioned so far is on the list somewhere. No wild card in the first round unless it's Virgil van Dijk. If I get first pick, I think I have to go wild card first round. That'll be the one exception to the rule. If I get anything other than first pick, and basically if Virgil's still available when I get my first pick, I'm going for him. I don't know why I wouldn't go for Virgil. 3 of my 5 showdown wins have been with Virgil in the team. So I've got to have Virgil if the opportunity's there. Thank you to those of you who are subbing, by the way. Thank you to the subs that are coming in. Much appreciated. Ollie Watkins. Fairly confident Ollie Watkins is not going to be my wild card. I'm just guessing that. Right, we're going to jump into the main chat now. So protect your ears from all the swearing that you're likely to hear. They're just rascals.
If you had to...
Oh, you look, yeah, very quiet.
If you had to, like, say, describe an uncle, Robbie would be an uncle, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He's got that uncle vibe.
Or like distant cousin, sort of second cousin.
Yeah.
You know?
Can you like hear them? Did you hear them? Were they too loud, too quiet? I'm going to jump back in. Tell me if you can hear them or not.
To the Showdown account chat. There should be emotes for each of the, well, I'll say each of the, some of the contestants.
Is that still too quiet? Music's, I can turn the music down a little bit. Still quiet. I can turn it up a bit. We'll get it right. Hold on. Let's try it like this.
These Go XLRs make things very difficult.
Yeah.
There you go. You should better hear Ben now.
Is that all right now? I'm roughly the same volume as them. That works. Music's good. Magic.
Oh,
there we go.
Right, so there we go. All right, hopefully everyone joins in.
Yeah.
We can get close to the action.
Oh, it's Kev. Hi,
Hello.
Kev. You okay?
I'm very good. I'm very okay, thank you.
I'm here, but I'm muted.
Yeah, see you in a bit.
Hey. They love me, really. This is how
I think
they
he does, to
express
be
their
fair,
love.
mate. I think it's like, you know, at school when you used to bully the girls because, you know, you fancied them. That's pretty much what he does.
What?
What? How are you though, Kev? Are you good?
I'm good. I'm excited. Looking forward to adding number 6. How are you?
Yeah? I'm just happy to be here, to be honest, mate.
Ah, jolly
I'm
good.
just happy to be here. It's just exciting, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to recall if you're one of the people who trash talks me on the lowdown usually, do I have to deal with you? But I don't think I do have to deal with you.
I don't know, do I not? No, I don't think I do because there's always a potential of a raid off you. So, you know, Mr. Businessman first, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
I guess I'll fetch you back.
Boom, 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 boom.
You don't know who Kev is? I don't know how to say that.
Everybody
Chat.
knows who Kev is. Come on
Excellent. Yeah, because of me. Sorry, everyone.
Is that what you wanted me to say, Ben?
Keep
Okay, super. Cheers.
Luke, your turn. Your go. Okay.
What?
No, it's too late now. You've ruined it.
I didn't even know what you said.
Well, it's too late now. Mike, Luke, one of them.
Hello.
Hello, Luke.
Oh, we got them both here.
Oh, yeah.
I've got no idea. I've got no idea what's going on.
Kev, I'm the one with the hat, mate. I'm the
I
one that
can't see you at the moment. I don't know which is which.
Does it sound like I've got a hat on?
A little bit.
What are you wearing?
What?
Pardon?
What are you wearing?
We're live. Chez, we're live on Twitch later. Goodness me.
Let's have a look. We'll go. This is Kev.
Like literally one of the first things
Oh
in
my
my chat was,
fucking god!
look at what LOLLUJO's got on in his stream.
I'm wearing clothes. What do you expect me to be wearing?
Wow, that's
Dude,
modern.
you're inside and it's March.
I've got bright lights shining down on me.
All right, I think we need to talk about this.
Is that the gates of hell or heaven? I can't figure out.
I feel that we need an intervention right now.
Yeah.
Why? Explain.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
For what Kev's wearing.
What is Kev wearing?
He either needs a points deduction.
I don't want to know.
He's made it worse. He's made it worse.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
I'm too cool for the crown this week.
Getting banned off Twitch. Yes, that's a good shout. Let me report him. Where's the report button?
What can I possibly be banned for here?
I look the KFC hat on.
I
the
look
Pac-Man,
sexy.
though. That's a good shout.
Hang on.
I've just noticed the wanted poster in the background as well.
£17 well spent that was for express printing.
That's fantastic.
You all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just chatting.
Yeah, ready to go, I think. Is everybody unmuted? Oh, no, Z.
Have we prepped Dan ready to take over my spot like last time? Yeah?
Boys, can you just do me a favour, please?
Mm?
Yeah.
Can you still put the lowdown on?
Oh God, what's happening
Oh,
now?
dear.
Okay.
Music
Okay.
off, low down on, boys and girls.
You don't have to have it unmuted yet. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Because he's not there yet, so...
Good, because Kurt is talking, so...
Guys, I think there's a test coming.
So I feel like there might be shenanigans incoming.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
normally...
I can't wait to welcome FNG back and you're not on it this week.
Well,
News
then I'm
just in, Robbie
going to have
Knox
to
is
pay you
swapping.
£11.32 as per the poster. That's no good.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Predictions in the
good about
chat for
this.
what shenanigans are about to happen. I've been preparing for this for 3 days, and now they're shenanigansing me.
Have you? That'd be a
3
shame if someone
days.
had to ruin it, wouldn't it?
Can't vote.
Yeah, it's Germany and Spain, chat.
You can't make yourself a liar in back-to-back showdowns, though, Ben. It's been announced as what the rules are.
Why did I lie the first time?
When you said you weren't going to come back if you lost.
Oh yeah, there is.
I don't remember that. I don't
It's all
know.
about the narrative, right?
You're losing the trust of the people, Ben, with all this lying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like Kev, everybody. Where's Z? We need Z.
Somebody clip that.
That's on the soundboard.
Matt's asked, is Foxy live? Foxy?
Yeah, he's
Alive or live?
Live?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's live. I see him.
Oh, Clates' expected picks.
Oh,
on
this
screen.
is fucking in the mud, isn't it? What?
No. It's just who people think you might pick, right? Like, Foxy, if you can hear me, are you live?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm okay.
Excellent.
Is this the twist? The
Z,
lowdown's drafting for us.
Can you all get the lowdown up, please, boys? Including New Zealand, Little Zealand, Big Zealand,
Little Zealand. I can get Little Zealand involved if you
New
want.
Zealand.
Don't make him get out those
Here he is.
those little like voodoo dolls again.
Right. Is anyone not watching it?
What, we not watching?
The lowdown.
I'm watching.
Okay. You can mute up when not yet actually, but you know, something is happening.
Really?
Can't tell you what, but you'll find out in a minute. And as ever, I know a bit, obviously, but I don't know everything, so you don't have to worry, boys.
Do I have to have the volume turned up so they can hear it through my thing? I
Yeah.
guess I do, don't I?
Yeah.
Are we
sorted as
just
well.
keeping?
Streaming, Kev, you should try it.
Are we keeping quiet between ourselves, or?
Yeah, well, I don't mind really, but I worry that you won't be able to hear the information that's been delivered.
Yeah, we'll just mute Mike.
So we should all mute, and then you can come back when it's
Okay.
done.
See you in a minute.
Oh, goal.
Is he gone?
Cheerio, lads.
Well,
It's time to play a little bit.
let's
of
see
golf,
what shenanigans
okay?
are happening then.
So us on the lowdown, we like to have a bit of a play occasionally with things, and I believe we've got all of the streamers watching us right now, so hopefully they can hear us talking. We've covered all of the
I'm not
wild
happy
cards
about
and
what's
everything
happening
like
currently.
that. And what we're going to do is change that up slightly. So to keep up the pretense, obviously, we've said that they've got 17 players and 1 wildcard. That has not changed. The thing that has changed is that they won't be picking them. We will. That's right, folks. The wheels are back. So, yes.
What?
The wheel will be selecting each of the wildcards.
That's all right then. For a
The other
second
thing
there,
is-
I thought we were getting random squads.
They won't know who they've gotten until after they've drafted. So you will be assigned a number, and you'll know the positional group that that player belongs in. There will be, there are a few of each. So there are defenders, there are midfielders, and there are forwards. There are no goalkeepers on this list. So there is a selection, a smorgasbord, if you will, of
Remember when this was about
players
skill?
on there. All are very good players, but we can't reveal who they are until the end. And the added caveat to all of this is that once we get there and we know who the league winner is, they will get an additional player of those who have not yet been drafted. So of the remaining 9 players on this list, the league winner will get one of them. They don't get to pick them, the wheel will choose for them. But as everyone is watching, let's get on with our lovely wheels, everyone.
Lovely
Everyone like
wheels.
the wheels? They're lovely, aren't they? Let me just...
I was on Zealand stream just as we drew that, and his face was an absolute picture. Oh, it's tremendous. I'm pretty sure there was some expletives being thrown around.
I'm a
so
big fan of...
It's had the effect that we wanted.
That's exactly what we did want. Okay, so we will draw the name of the person who gets first. I'm going to prepare my notepad to make sure that we write these down so I remember who we are revealing right at the end. So, okay, we will draw the name first and then the number. So, obviously, all of our competitors' names are on one wheel. All of the numbers for each of the respective things are on the other. And we will reveal as they go the actual position that they've got, so they can at least plan for their draft, knowing that they have a good player in that position, but don't know who. Okay, let's go.
It's going to be 18 anti-Kev players.
So, first up is Clates. So
That's a good
Clates
point.
is
Does
the
it come out
first
of the
one
budget? I
off
guess it
the
doesn't.
wheel. And he will get...
That wheel is nice and slow, isn't it?
Which number?
Want to be in bed
Which
by
number
9.
will he get?
Ooh, 19.
Number 11 goes to Clates. It's like bingo or the lottery. Although I've not watched either for a while, so maybe not accurate. Right,
Quite
next up.
Blockbuster.
Or Blockbuster.
So we just
There is-
get
there
a
is that.
number. It's
So next off the list is, oh, it's close. It's Zealand. Okay. I will reveal the 2 player positions that they've had. I'll reveal them all at the end, so everyone gets the same amount of time, rather than doing it haphazardly.
Why don't we use randomly selected formations
so
too?
You are getting your numbers, but you won't get your positions until everyone has
Aye,
been drawn.
aye,
It's
aye.
unfair for those who can then scrabble around and potentially change their plans. It's almost like we thought of everything. So Zealand will get... Is that... Ooh, it's number 8. This is where I hope my handwriting is perfect.
I'm writing it down as well, Matthew. Don't worry.
Thank you, Curtie. Look at this. It's teamwork makes the dream work, or something like that.
No, I didn't know
Okay,
about
next
this
up.
happening.
Dr. Benji. And Ben will be getting...
Been very bullish about his chances this week.
He was. This might throw
shockingly.
a subtle spanner in the works. Number 2. Should do this like an FA Cup draw.
Yeah, in the FA Cup draw, they
balls
tell
around.
you the name of the teams that come out.
We have wheels instead of balls, but I guess either is workable. We have LOLLUJO.
I will hydrate. What number do we want? I don't really care. I'll just draft a 17-man squad,
See
and if
how
this
many
guy's
spanners
any
this
good, it's a
throws in,
bonus. If
could be
it's
5
Virgil or
times-
Werner.
Could be 6 times plans, and he has got player number 10.
Number 9's better. I'll be furious because that's on that line.
Okay. Next up, we have Amiga Luke.
I mean, I guess what I want is a defender because it's harder to mess up a defender. Midfielders and
will be getting
strikers have to be very
magical
specific to the
number
system that I play. There's no use me getting a
3.
big
That was
lumbering,
slightly
like
underwhelming.
old-fashioned number 9, or a slow midfielder.
What would be
So-
a suitably whelming number, Matthew?
All I really, or if it's
I don't
any
know,
kind of
one of the higher
defender,
numbers,
then I'm all
maybe.
right.
I'd rather you just didn't ask that question, to be honest, Dan, but there you go. Okay, Foxy is next up.
We get Mbappe or Haaland, just don't play them.
His number is number 4.
I hope Foxy gets a striker. I really hope Foxy gets
Yeah, Robbie's face is what everybody's thinking at the moment.
I mean, I guess it would really throw a subtle spanner in the works if he is planning to go his usual way.
He won't be able to draft Iheanacho.
Sweet Left Foot is the next man.
He's been safe from himself there, though.
How are the guys reacting now? Now that they can, like, obviously they don't know anything yet, but are they a bit
Everyone's
worried?
very excited to find out the positions.
Everyone's very
they will be,
excited. I
there
can't
would be a
tell through my
sign.
sunglasses, but I think Curtis are rose
Sweet
tinted.
Left Foot gets number 12. Okay. So final two competitors then between Ches and Dupe. And it is Ches. And he will draw player number 16 is.
Oh, not
Mum
16.
still buys his trousers.
Oh. 16.
That's just a photograph of
13's
Robbie.
up there. Surely that's reserved for the fans.
12th man, Dan, not the 13th.
Yeah.
And then, and
I got my bad-looking fans mixed up again. Same difference.
I guess it depends on how large a stadium is. And obviously, Dupe is our final competitor, so we'll round off by drawing his number. And he will be getting player. There we go. That's the wondrous number.
Yes,
Dan, player number
18! Yes!
Your favourite?
Not necessarily my favourite. It's just the highest number, isn't it? You know, same as like maths, alphabet. Right. Okay. This is the fun part. Then we now reveal the positions. Now these aren't specific.
Brilliant.
These are just positional groups, so there is still a
Fantastic.
bit of jeopardy here. So I'm going to go through it in number order rather than.
What was
the
my number? I've
drafted
already
order.
forgotten.
So number 2.
Someone.
Let's see what positional group is behind that door for Dr. Benji. He has drafted a
this is fun.
midfielder
I like this
for
now.
his wild card. Okay. Next up is Omega Luke with number 3. Hopefully, Curti can ratify these before I unveil them.
Yep, you are correct.
Marvellous. And he will be getting a forward.
Ooh.
Next up, we had Foxy for number 4.
What's the
and
graphic
he
for defender
has
going to be?
drafted, when it works, a defender.
I want a defender.
Boo indeed. The narrative has been
want all
destroyed. Next up is Z, and he has drafted number 8, which is a midfielder.
Next
up then is number 10, and that is
It's me.
LOLLUJO.
It's me.
and he
Defender.
has
Defender.
drafted-
Go on, be Virgil. Oh,
A
it could be
defender.
Virgil. Imagine.
Then we have Clates,
Imagine if it's Virgil.
who has drafted number 11, which is a midfielder. Number 12.
If it's Virgil,
who
they're going
has
to demand a
gone to
recount.
Sweet Left Foot. They have drafted a forward. And then
It's not
we're
going to be
down
Phil
our
Jones. They
final
promised it
two
was
then.
18 good
Number
players,
16
18 good
went to
wildcard
Ches,
players.
And he has drafted
So who could it be
a forward.
as a defender?
And finally, number 18 could be magical, could be a poison chalice. We'll find out towards the end. But number 18 is a defender. So they are your positional groups, gentlemen. The draft will now resume, but you are unable to draft wildcards. There are only 2 leagues loaded, so good luck with that one. But you now know your positional groups. Things will now continue as per. You are only drafting 17 players.
So that means
that
we've
you
got
are
more
clear.
money per player.
Just 17 players. Your wildcard has
Mate,
been
that's
drafted.
split. That's split 3, 3, and 3 as
Yeah,
well.
I know,
You
I
see
can't
that?
believe it.
Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. And that is absolutely sick, by the way. That is the coolest
That's
twist
a hell
yet.
of a twist. Do we get
That
to
was-
spend 500 million on 17 players now then?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the
Ooh.
coolest twist by far. Well, that's really good. Well done. Really, really, really good.
It's a new draft.
All right, that changes things.
What's good is none of you noticed the player pool was 2,786 because that's just 2 divisions.
It scuppered me though, because I'll be honest, if I don't get SMS, my wild card was Lewandowski, so that's fucked me big time.
I do that. So.
Absolutely,
I
fuck
literally
me.
said that. One thing I will say is I got really cocky because it looked like it was going defender, midfielder, forward, and I've got 18. I was like, we got a striker, it's fine. Then we get a defender. Brilliant.
The defender
Could be Virgil, though. Could be Virgil. You never know.
It could
Virgil.
be Verge, but there's 3 defenders out there already. So
Yeah. It's mad that it's 3-3-3. That's crazy.
good narrative, right?
Yeah, you couldn't write it. Couldn't write it.
Boys.
That's the best twist by far.
Now we
That's
just
brilliant.
need to hope my defender's Virgil, and then everyone will be happy.
Ben Chilwell, what?
I'd take him. I'll have him. Joe Thromez. Any of these.
Is he in there, Kev?
I would imagine he would be. Surely he'd be in your top 18, wouldn't he?
I've received some
I don't know if
inside
Joe-
information on who I got. I'm under the impression that my midfielder is Mark Noble.
Okay. Do you think it was done in, like number order, Z, by the way?
I did, but apparently it wasn't.
No.
I thought it was like I thought the lowdown had drafted them, so 1 was good and
Well,
18 was bad.
Defender boys, you could get a left back, right back, centre back, etc. You could get any type of midfielder. Forward, you could get a winger or a forward.
Matt said they're all good. Does that mean we're guaranteed a good player?
They are all good. They are the best. They're the best. And I think, in Matt's opinion, I don't know the final list. In Matt's opinion, they're the 18 best players not in these 2 divisions.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
I can
All right, good luck,
cope with
boys.
that then.
Good luck.
For the first pick, let's stay in chat because it's
Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Who's going to go first?
Okay.
please?
I've been able to hit ready, by the way, which is more than we
Should I
did
be
last
hitting
time.
ready? I guess I should be hitting
I
ready.
hit
shouldn't
ready,
I?
yeah.
Didn't get in very quickly last time.
There we go.
If
doing
I should
the
put
same
some
again.
work.
He's doing the same again. I'm not in.
First pick. If it's Foxy, we know what's happening.
I can click ready and then it vanishes and then I click it again and it comes back.
Okay, well, it
Yeah,
should just
I've
be a
clicked ready
case of
and-
hitting ready, and then we should be good.
All right, cool. I hit ready and the shortlist time vanishes. So
Yeah, I'm in the
That's
same
what mine
position.
if it please be first.
Who's getting first pick? Who's getting first pick?
Only because my bloody wildcard option has been taken.
Does anybody else want SMS? Or is it just Foxy?
Do you know
I'll
what? I would
take him
take him
first,
just to piss him
just to
off.
annoy. Yeah, I'm all
yeah.
about just annoying Lee. I'm having him first. If
Okay.
I can.
All right, boys. Has everyone hit ready?
Yeah.
Oh, for the right, if I'm first, I'm taking yes.
Hit ready.
All of you, stop.
I love that.
All right, I think we're waiting on Millie, and then it'll tick through. We should be good.
Oh, the nerves.
We might be waiting on the lowdown.
Oh.
For a minute there, I thought they were going to draft all 18 of our players, and I was going to get up and leave.
I was going to say at one point, Matt literally said, "They're not
You
going
were
to
only
draft
able
our
to
players.
pick
We
your-
are." I was like, "What?"
Pick your wild
Yeah.
card and that was it.
I was just going to walk out and leave you all to it. I was very upset for a second.
To be fair, it's literally like
and
your chat does it for
intricate
you anyway,
drafting
right?
strategy, so.
We might be waiting on Matt. I feel like that's who we're waiting on, but I don't know.
Really?
Millie
not
says he's
touching a
already
thing.
done it.
I'm not touching a thing.
No, I think
It will count down anyway, don't we? And auto start
it will
anyway.
count down anyway. Yeah.
So it's only about 5 minutes, so it's all good.
So I'm assuming, as I'm looking at my shortlist, there is no. It's only those 2 leagues. So if we're not going to get. If we have to auto pick one, we're not going to get a.
If you also pick, by the way, just a reminder, if you get an auto pick, that is your player.
Yeah, but it will be in the right league, so we're not going to get deducted anything for that, right?
No. You
That
just,
makes it a little bit easier, I guess.
17 players, goalkeepers. You can get as many or as little as you want. So
I'm thinking about a 0 keeper strategy. Really opens up.
they're going through some budget picks. So I don't know if they're waiting. Like if Matt is waiting for that, I guess he probably is. But as soon as he's ready, we'll be in.
Oh, how
That is very, very, very good. That's I don't know if you're gonna. Are you gonna top that twist? That was very, very, very
Yeah,
good.
that's a great twist.
Very good.
Every twist that has a wheel has been the best.
Noted.
It's gonna be great until I turn up later and it's a shite defender.
Every twist with a wheel.
Oh, that was crap.
Wheels just make things better, don't they?
I can't wait to get Harry Maguire, man.
Don't please.
You'll all find out at the end.
It's
Oh, stupid. What's going on here?
I know who's
How
getting
the
on,
fuck
guys.
do I spell SMS?
He's not going to.
LMF
Ronaldo
who's,
me.
who's second? Who's second?
Yeah, it's a toast, so we don't. No one knows.
Oh, the tension.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, Foxy. I'm not going SMS.
No, no.
Oi, DP, pick Lukaku. Get on with it.
I am going for Lukaku.
Son of a bitch.
Then it's Kev.
Oh, it's Kev.
When I say that, it's it is picked me. It's let me pick.
Oh, don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Kev,
Who's next?
Kev,
You've got to do
don't.
it, Kev.
Kev, don't.
You've got to do it, Kev. You've got to do it.
I don't
Very
even
slow
want
on
him.
my side, but we'll take that.
He's not even on my list, but you've forced me into that. What the hell am I going to do with him? Super sub right there.
Oh, I hope I beat you now.
Kev, I never really liked you, but I kind of starting to want you now, man.
I'll take back everything I said today.
Amazing.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's just go Messi.
Oh, wow.
She's got Russell.
Fuck it, just go Messi.
Foxy's fuming.
Foxy is
Right,
We'll
calm down now. We'll calm down now.
Oh,
I can't believe that. I cannot believe that.
Where are you going, Chaz?
We're going to go for Antoine Griezmann.
Nah, I'm gonna cry.
I think.
Oh, I'm up now. Wow, that was fast.
No,
That's what she said,
Last.
mate.
Oh, I'm so excited. First pick. I've never had double picks. I'm a bit nervous about double picks.
I don't really want them at the
I
other
would
end.
be if I were you. Yeah, it sounds.
I don't really want them.
Yeah.
I think you're last though, Ben, right?
Could be me.
That could be Lou.
Oh, the twins will be
Could be me
together.
still as well.
Yeah, Foxy.
Oh yeah, Clayton. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's because it said 6. I got confused.
30 seconds, eh?
I know. I see it. Two of my two
Clocks
first
have gone
round picks.
back,
My first
easily.
round picks are already gone. Though. One of my other ones is Seb.
I also feel like I need to move my camera to the other side because everyone else is on the right.
First pick.
Yeah.
To Drado.
Zealand in the mud.
Right, we're after Clates. Cool.
Oh, he really does have 500 million on 17 picks. I'm the last.
Great shout, sweet left foot, sweet, great shout.
I'd like to think
Double
second yellow card's
double
happy
here.
with me.
Frankie.
I think I'm going to go for this guy.
Don't be mine. Don't be
Victor Osimhen.
Good man.
Thank God.
gosh, you
Thank
are.
God.
Did it happen? Yeah, it went through.
Pronunciation, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, go with that. Victor.
I'm going Luis Alberto.
Good pick.
We like him.
Great. Viking Dan
Luis
likes this.
Alberto.
I can't believe what I'm about to do.
I know what you're going to do.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm
Ronnie?
picking Ronaldo and Hazard.
Wow. Wow.
Huge
Wow.
picks that.
That's a big boy play.
I'll see you in 15
Yeah.
picks.
See you later, guys.
Jeeps.
That's a big swing.
Have I just killed the chat, or has everybody else just gone?
I think everybody else muted
I
up.
think they just went quiet and muted up
Yeah.
because it wasn't first picks anymore.
Oh, fair enough then.
They're all afraid.
Yeah.
Who wanted Lukaku first pick, by the way?
I wanted
it was-
Lukaku.
Okay, good.
I also had Lukaku down. as a
Okay,
player,
good. That
though.
makes me feel less bad about missing that. If everyone wanted him,
I
then fair.
genuinely didn't
Yeah,
want
no,
SMS. I'm going to have to read up about him and find out if he even works in the system I want to use.
I appreciate the dedication to just
I love-
screwing him over.
Read up
That was-
about him.
that's
Where are you
all that.
reading up about him?
Forums.
I
By the
love
time I
AIDS.
get on Discord after this, someone will have told me all about him and how to use him.
I would have taken Messi, but
Same left
whatever.
back. It'll be fine.
Varane. Clate's sappy. Clate's has got Varane and a team. You're delighted with that. If you're still here.
I am delighted, yeah, and I am still here.
Hi, Clates.
Hi, how are you?
I'm happy to chat. Who's here? Clates.
Yeah, we did this last time. I don't mind the chat.
I quite like a bit of early chat. Ramos.
Little Sergio Ramos. I'm surprised he was
just
still
went
there.
as well
I did
there.
not expect him to be there.
For so long. Oh, Christ. So bored.
Damn it, Clates.
Did you want Varane?
No, I wanted a Seaman.
Yeah. I thought I was sure that Mike was going to take him the pick before me then.
Holdo.
God, that hurt. Why did that hurt so much? My table is so hard. God.
Who's going here? I need to watch.
It's Lee. I need to know who he wants so I can try and take them.
Felix. Who did Foxy take Messi and say Messi's got Messi Felix? That's not going to work for striking well. Saul. Man, I don't think I like being where I am. This is not where I wanted to be in the draft.
Did you just say Lee's had his pick? Because he's showing it's still Lee's go on my screen.
It's you.
It's really, really not.
Try and pick someone if you can, because it absolutely is.
Wow, it was telling me it wasn't me.
You've got a Sekine card problem.
What's that mean?
You pick someone, right?
Yeah, I picked someone.
Okay, as long as they're on your shortlist, by the way, it'll pick those players first. It'll prioritize your shortlist picks.
Right, okay.
So if you're worried about that, then you should shortlist some people.
I've got a shortlist.
Duke's gone Barella and Skriniar. Skriniar's my guess. He went for De Vries. No. He knows I wanted him. Prick. Unbelievable.
I'm happy with Varane now that I've seen like De Vries go. Is Skriniar gone yet?
All right. Excellent. Update the old spreadsheet.
Acquiring. Oh, I unmuted early. Hi.
Can I have someone stay in here and hold my hand and tell me when it's my pick, please?
I'm still here, Kev.
Thank you. Because neither of
Who's
those
Felipe?
told me.
I am right in the middle of these picks. It's kind of thrown me off. I don't have like a stretch of time to hang out.
Who do I want next, boys and girls?
Easy money.
Oh, I wanted
Easy
him,
money.
you rascal. He was mine.
I'm deft. I don't know what to tell you.
Do. I could probably put my music back on. I wondered why it was so quiet. It's upsetting me. My title belt's falling off my shoulder. It's all going wrong. Oh, Donnarumma's gone. This is a disaster.
It's all come to pieces.
And
for
Ben
Kev.
got him. And Ben got him, Kev.
It's my boy.
I'm still stuck on the Fakir pick. There we go.
No, not defenders. Goalkeepers. Oh, I'm not going for Courtois, you crazy people in the chat. Have you seen how expensive he is? Shish.
I think Cassie's obvious at this point. Earth Mover.
I know my next 2 picks are boys and girls, don't worry. I don't think they've gone yet.
Mind sharing or?
Not with you, no.
You have a pick before me. You can tell me who you want to pick in that pick. I can't make a move even if I wanted to.
I know your game though, you rascals. Oh, I can't have one of them. Ches has had him. The smell. Smelly old Ches.
Ew. The stench of FIFA is hard to watch off though, in his defense.
I'm not happy. Or was it me? Right, I'll have him. Did that work? I don't know if that just drafted him or not. It did. Excellent. What? Oh, because I've got strikers on. That's why I can't find the players I'm looking for. Got stupid filters on. Oh my word! So you're thinking, why none of the players I know are in here? Why are none of them showing up when I search for them?
You're out of form. I don't know what to tell you. I think you're out of touch.
Yeah, this has ruined me. Ah! Everyone I want is already gone. This is not okay.
It is a limited sample size.
All right, we'll take him just because I trust him.
Limited sample size. Yeah.
Taking boys that I trust from previous showdowns. We've resorted to that.
Who'd you just grab?
Pellegrini. Previous winner. He'll be all right. What price was he? Yeah, he was that. Excellent. Okay. We're all good at the moment, boys and girls. Don't panic. My computer's being slow. The game is being slow. This is not making me very happy currently. Oh. Right, we're all good. Is it my go again? Yep. Lots of the players that I wanted have already gone. This is unacceptable to me. I haven't got a keeper yet, no. Don't worry, we're not worried about keepers. There's lots of good keepers in these leagues. Where am I in the draft? So Zealand and then... Is it me after Zealand? Can't remember what order I'm in. I'm after Lee. Okay, so is Lee after Zealand? I've got quite a high average price per player left at the moment, which is nice. Posture check, hydrate. What position's next? I think we're going to go for some wingers. We might do both wingers next pick. And I know who I want. But you think you drafted Belotti a little high? You know, Belotti's awesome. If I didn't get Lukaku, Belotti was always going to be the next striker that I went for. All right. Taking my boy. Clear that. And then I'm going to go back for one of my others that didn't fail me last time either. People are going to laugh at me, but this is so far very similar to my squad from last time. I'm going for players I know and trust that have worked in the showdown before and a good value. Right, 10 players left. Okay. Kept going full Serie A. Do I look Spanish to you? Pedro was great for me in season 1. Right, we do need to probably get a defender. It's difficult knowing that I've got a good one coming. Who are likely to be like the 4 or 5 best defenders? So if there's 18, so there's going to be 6 from each position. So who are the 6 best defenders that aren't in Serie A or La Liga? You're going to have Virgil. You're going to have Trent. You're going to have... Who are the other 4? We're trying to work out what position it's likely to be. Are they likely to force 2 left backs, 2 right backs, 2 centre backs, do we think? Have I checked the long throw stats on these players? I have. There's one player in the database that's got 19 for long throws. Chiellini. That's why he was my second pick. Yeah, the first thing I did was look up the long throws. This is not my first rodeo, boys. And girls. There might be girls who are also into the rodeo. Who knows? much of a big deal is it if all my centre backs are left-footed? You sicken me. Thank you. Howdy, I am a female person. Hello, female person. So I'm looking at Longley, I'm looking at Acerbi. They're both players I've had in the past. And they're good value. Need one to play right back when they get injured. That's a good point. I haven't drafted a right back yet. I should probably do that. The thing with Koulibaly is he's very expensive. And if I have got a centre-back, Chiellini's got to play for the long throws. So if I've got another good centre-back as my wild card, I don't need to go and spend 50 million on Bonucci or Koulibaly. Isaj is my Castagna this time. I can play either side. I think I'm going to go Bonucci if I'm going to go big. Am I going to go Bonucci? I know it's my pick. Bonucci or Koulibaly? We're going to go Koulibaly. And now we're going to go for a right back. What are the two filters that I've got? Oh, the price as well. Okay. Hakimi's already gone. Hakimi was my first choice. Might go Danilo. Because I like the fact he can cover across the whole back four. And he's definitely a Kev style of wing back. Danilo was my backup choice if I didn't get Hakimi. Just hope Dupe's not listening. Scroll down a bit. Alright, let's get these boys into my spreadsheet. So we've got Danilo, who cost me how much? Danilo was 29. And then we went for Koulibaly. Cost me a whopping 47. A big amount of money on him. He better be good or I'm going to be upset. Right, we need attacking oomph. We also need another midfielder or two. And a goalkeeper. How much money have we got left? 204. 25 million a player. We've got 8 players. Is it 8 players left to pick? Yeah, because we're drafting 17, aren't we? Dybala's a good shout, but he's very expensive. I looked at him long and hard this afternoon. And I don't know if I can justify... Oh, he's already gone anyway. That rules him out. Immobile is still available, which is interesting. Coutinho was on my shortlist. I can filter out the players that have already been picked. The only problem when I do that is I then start searching for them, wondering why I can't see them. Who have we got who can play deep? Right, what do we actually still need? I need a starting left back. And then I need another midfield player. Probably one who can play as a holding midfield, because I don't have anyone who can play as a holding midfield player yet. So priority next pick is a holding midfield player. But you know I want a creative one. Valverde, someone I looked at. Fabian, someone I looked at. Who else is on my short list of holding midfield players? Saul was the one I really wanted, because he was great last time. Rakitic, but... Rakitic, maybe. My 5 that I had as a holding midfield option: De Jong, Saul, Fabian, Rakitic, Valverde. Rabiot was Rabiot was one of my backups for my box-to-box midfielder, but I've now kind of penciled SMS into that slot. Well, SMS can really do any of the midfield. He might even be my attacking midfielder, which means I don't need one of those, but I then need another midfielder to come in. I've got a lot of left-footed players in my team, which does lean me towards Valverde rather than Fabian. Then what have we got as strikers that are still left? What do we think of Luis Suarez? Has anyone used him before? Right, so Valverde is in. God, it's me again already. This isn't what I was hoping for. I don't really want Suarez. Morata was on my list. Am I mad to go Morata? Oh, this is my pick. This is not good. How much time have I got? 44 seconds. Okay. Alcázar was on my list. Right, goalkeeper. Let's go goalkeeper. This is the most panicked pick I've ever done. Simon or Asenio? I can't just go Courtois. More people saying Asenio, I think. That was thrown together. Right. They were both on my list. They weren't just randomly picked. They were the two I had identified as budget options. Like not budget, but similar sort of price to Donnarumma. If I didn't get Donnarumma, they were the two that I had earmarked as the likely replacements in that role. So I'm not disappointed. I didn't want to spend big on a goalkeeper. I don't think there's much to be said for spending big on a goalkeeper. This is poor for you, Kev. The most scatty you've been in the draft. I mean, you say that, but every single player that I've drafted so far has been in my top 5 for the position I've drafted them for. So I'm following the plan. We are sticking to the plan. I'm less familiar with these players. So when I'm just flicking through the list, I've got to keep double checking the list. Whereas before, like I know, I'm looking for I'm looking for Rashford. Yeah, the shortlist. The shortlist is my season 1 shortlist. I didn't make an in-game shortlist for season 3 because I forgot. Kev stopped doing defenders. Well, I need a left back. I haven't got a left back yet. I've only got 4 defenders. I'm going to get a left back and a striker this time, I think. I do have a wild card, but I still need a starting left back. Genuinely might go for Suarez. Right, on my list of left backs, I had Gaia, who's gone, Hernandez, who's gone, Acuna is still available, Monreal still available, and LOLLUJO is still available. So it'll be one of those 3. They're the that's my 5 that I had. So Acuna, Monreal, or LOLLUJO. I like the fact that you can play up the wing as well. Which, I mean, it's kind of what I was looking at with both of those. And then for striker, I've got my main strikers and budget striker options. So I had Lukaku, Belotti, Suarez, Lautaro Martinez, Rebic, and then Alcázar, Osimhen, and Zapata as the strikers. I do think we're a little bit short on firepower. I do worry a little bit. But we've not got that real oomph up front. Which makes... I'm really looking at Immobile, even though he wasn't on my shortlist. I've used him before and know he's good. Zapata's already gone. So he's not an option. Everyone I wanted is gone up front. Alcázar's available. Suarez is available. Rebic is available. Fatty's expensive. That's the problem. 52 million for Fatty is a lot. Go back and get my left back first. And I can carry on procrastinating for a little bit longer. Remember, we don't have the wild cards. The wild cards have already been allocated. So I know I've got a defender wild card. I just don't know who he is yet. So we're certainly not getting any more defenders now. I'm going to go for Fatty, I think. I am hoping for VVD. Yeah, we've gone big there because I think we just needed... I feel like that's my Marcus Rashford pick from last time, where I've gone really big, or big for me, late on a player who can play in a number of positions for me. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use him yet, but I think he's going to be useful for me. And he was on my list, which means he's good. We've got 60 million left for 4 players. We gotta go cheap. Proper cheap. Is it? No, it's not 6 players. Hold on. 4 players. 4 players? Yeah, 4 players left. So what do we still need? We need a backup goalkeeper. We can go dirt cheap on a backup goalkeeper. Let's do that first. In fact, shortlist. Who have I got from last time as a super cheap backup goalkeeper? We're going to get one of these three as our backup keeper. And then, I'm going to get the goalkeeper next, just to get it out of the way, so I know I've got a goalkeeper. And then I want, what else do I want? I need another couple of midfielders. So I'm thinking with the final picks, hold on, I've got 4 picks left. So what do I want? I want another attacker. Possibly even another striker, and Fatty can be my utility attacker. So I want another attacking player, a couple more midfielders, and a backup goalkeeper. I think that's what I'm looking for. So we've got one more defender being added into this list. Wingers, we've got plenty of wingers. We've got Fatty. We've got Pedro, we've got Zaniolo, we've got Acuna. Just deciding who I want for that other striker. Get a multi-position midfielder. Yeah, well, I'm going to get a goalkeeper first. To look at what we've still got for midfielders. Who have I got as my shortlist for midfielders? I know my shortlist is old, but the shortlist covered all of these top leagues. So we want relatively cheap utility midfielders. Rog is someone who kept coming up when I was looking. Clates has already got my boy Was. I like him. We might go Rog. Because Rog is cheap. Akpa Akpro was on my list as well. Just as someone who can cover lots of positions. Can cover anywhere in the midfield, really. How much money have I got? 60 million. Not very much. So I need to be at the cheap end of this, don't I? So, what do we think? Oh, God, it's me. Oh, it's me. I don't really know who I want. Ilaramendi, maybe? He was on my list. I think we'll go for him. And then we're going to go for my backup goalkeeper. So we'll go for Silison if we can. And then that'll leave me 2 more picks and 20, 25 million per pick. Which will get me a decent striker and another decent, like a central attacking midfielder would be ideal. If I can get someone who can cover both of those positions, I can just splurge on the best player that is left with the money that I've got. We've got a lot of positions well covered already. As always, we've gone for players who can play in multiple positions deliberately. Right wing looks a little underrepresented on the thing that you can't see properly. I'll start looking after I've done this goalkeeper. I've got next pick after Dupe. There we go. We'll just get Silison in. So that's 2 more picks now. We know we've got 1 more defender coming in, and we also know he's going to be playing left back probably. So we are a little bit short. If we don't get a centre back, I mean, I know Danilo could play there, but if we get Trent as my defender, we need another centre back. But if we get Virgil or another centre back, we don't need another centre back. What we really need is another utility defender. I want an attacking midfielder who can also play up front from the shortlist. We've got like £20 million ish per player. Munir's someone I was definitely looking at. Munir, we'll go for. I've said that very early. João Pedro was another one. They're both on my list for good backup players. And then for centre back, for reasonable value. See, I'd like Romagnoli. If I could get, can I get Romagnoli and Munir? Have I got the money for that? I've got 42. I don't think I have. How much is Munir? I might. Someone do maths for me. Can I afford Romagnoli and Munir? There you go. Hydrate and posture check. Not quite. So what? 19.5 million. Plus, oh, Romagnoli's gone anyway, so Romagnoli's off the table. Maybe we go for Elizondo, who can play centre back and right back because it covers both bases. Tricky. Who have we got for central midfield? SMS, Valverde, Pellegrini, Illaramendi. Okay. So I could do Elizondo and Munir, potentially. Well, this filter isn't working at all. Who plays up front if Belotti is out? Fatty, I guess. Fatty or Munir, if we get Munir. Just go strikerless. We use Lee's strikerless and play SMS up there. Right, Elizondo's 20. Take Umtiti and ditch Munir, but we won't need Umtiti if we get a centre back. It's so difficult. Umtiti is a very good shout, but then who do we get as the striker? Because then we're forcing ourselves down to like 18 million for a striker. I know it's my pick. We could go João Pedro and Umtiti. Do we do that? Munir and Elizondo or João Pedro and Umtiti? I think I'm going Munir. We're going Munir. And then that leaves me 23 million. And we'll hopefully get Elizondo. I don't need to go with Romani because I've got plenty of players who can cover left back. I want the better centre back, which would be Elizondo. This is my last pick now, so I may as well spend as much of the remaining budget as I can. There's no point going Romani and leaving £12 million on the table. Who's the dream player for the wild card? Van Dijk. I'd love Van Dijk. I'd be pretty pleased with Trent. I don't think we can go wrong with a really good defender. It's one of the top 6 defenders in the league. Yeah, Robert. I don't know. Thing with Robertson is, I've got good left back cover. Right, and we'll take Elizondo and complete the draft. Yeah, 17 players. Draft completed. I think that gives us some decent cover in multiple positions. In an ideal world, I have one more striker, but I wasn't going to take a terrible striker just to get him in. And if Fatty has to play up front, then Fatty has to play up front. Alaba or Kimmich would be great as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm struggling to think of anyone I'd be disappointed with. Alaba, Kimmich, Van Dijk, Trent. Give me any of those 4 and I'm happy. I don't think Maguire's in the top 6 defenders in the game. Imagine if I went strikerless. It'd be sensational. They wouldn't know what to do with themselves on the lowdown. Robertson, I would be a little bit disappointed, I think. But I guess if that happens, then Acuna just becomes a winger in my mind. Right, am I still in the actual chat? Because no one else is. Yes, I am. Just waiting for them to reappear, it seems. No, I like the fact we've got a lot of quality in our attacking midfield. If I could change anything, and it wasn't possible to change because he'd already gone.
Hello, Kevin Chapman.
Hello.
I just, as there's no one else here, I just want to shake your hand virtually and say fucking GG on taking SMS, mate.
Yeah, it's messed me up a little bit because I'm sat here thinking I'd much rather have Lukaku. But
yeah, I know. But I mean, Lukaku was all. Even if we could pick our own, Lukaku would have been my first pick.
Yeah.
Like even if we could pick up, like VVD or whatever.
Yeah, Lukaku was right there at the top of my list. But I think he actually went first pick, didn't he? So I couldn't have got him anyway. So
Lukaku? Yeah, I took him. Yeah. So
yeah.
There's no chance.
Yeah, that would have. That I was just about to say to this. Like that would be the one. That would be the one change to my squad I'd want. If I could sub him in for any of the 17, I'd do that. Even for my goalkeeper.
Yo, Foxy, man.
How we doing?
Boys.
How we doing, gents? We good?
That was fun.
That was quick.
Are we good to complete draft, by the way?
Yeah, if you've got your 17, please complete.
Yeah. I am. I'm chuffed out.
And now you find out what you also have, boys. Woo!
Yeah, this is the exciting. Yeah, this is the exciting bit now.
That was a weird draft.
Mate, I'm literally sat there at the end going, right, let's buy a midfield. I'm like, Benaker's not gone. How's he not gone?
Yeah, I know.
I just dismissed him, so I thought he'd already gone.
I was taking him this round, and you got him.
Me too.
We've done quite well there. I think I'm very happy with my draft.
I've got 215k left, so that is that is good. I'm happy with that.
100k left.
Yeah.
All right. The lowdown will be going through all the squads, but of course, the first things we have to do is reveal who we've all got. So we are back to the lowdown, boys, and hopefully you'll figure it out when you return.
Mine's Rodri. I'm retiring.
If you want to come back in afterwards, then come back in afterwards. We'll just sort of react and go, "Oh, you got these rubbish." Okay, if Kev gets Van Dijk, I'm leaving. So
I'd be very happy if I got him.
Imagine the scenes.
I've got my 19 long throws from Chiellini. If I get Van Dijk as well, I'm golden.
Unbelievable. Right, we're going to watch the lowdown.
then were revealed as positional groups as to a player that they will be getting as their wild card.
Here we go,
having
then, boys and
planned
girls.
for 17 players from Spain and Italy, and then a wild card from the Bundesliga, the Premier League, or League 1. And they didn't get that choice, obviously, because we removed that from them, and we are moments away from revealing to them who exactly they have drafted. So once all of the participants switch over and watch us, we will.
We have to switch
start
over. Matt
revealing,
insists.
The picks, that is. See, nothing else.
Oh, we're not stripping this time. Okay.
No, sorry, Dan, we are not.
Come on.
If you remove
Virgil.
your hat, we will be blinded.
Virgil.
So,
that's what we want.
reference
Imagine.
to not do
Imagine
that.
if we get Virgil.
Leave your hat on.
So we will be covering all of the teams that they will have drafted once they have had their 11s completed, or their 18s completed. Sorry, as we normally do, and then running the rule over all of the squads that have been drafted. But first, we need to let them see who their final squads are and how they look. So once everyone participating has switched over, I believe there's one that we are waiting for.
Sod him. Just leave him. It's his own fault if he misses it.
I mean, you could argue that it is potentially his fault for doing that. Right, okay, we are going to go then to the trusty wheel view.
Virgil.
So we are going to
music for the wheel.
We've got some music. Maybe it should be a bit more dramatic than what we're playing at the moment. It's quite calm and soothing. Maybe it'll coincide quite well against the general feeling of some people. Right, what we're going to do though is, because we are sponsored by KFC, we can give away some chicken.
Hey,
we are going to be giving away chicken tonight, and on the bulk of it's going to be on the Saturday and Sunday, but we've got a fair amount to give away, so we're going to give away some now. The first player group is midfielder. I want people to suggest, and when I say go, start typing. Don't go yet. I want you to guess who that midfielder is that Benji has drafted. And so we'll hold on just a little bit. Give you 30 seconds. Just spam names in the chat. You only get to enter once, and whoever gets it right after 30 seconds will win some chicken. You'll be revealed as the winner, and we'll get in contact with you afterwards. There's lots of names flying in there.
Wow. Matt probably wants to rephrase that. He's just saying
may well be
anyone
a
who
case
gets
of
it right
we
gets the
review
chicken.
footage
He's going to have a
afterwards and
lawsuit on his hands.
Get VAR on the case.
Get VAR on the case. Get whispers on the case. But what it is clear to see is that people are big fans of KFC. So, but we will reveal after the players have been revealed who was correct and who wins the chicken. So,
Just give me my Virgil already.
Okay, you have. I'm gonna give you 10 more seconds to get your guesses in.
All you slackers.
Chicken. So I was just trying to build up the atmosphere of it.
I mean, it's done well there, Robbie, to be honest. So thank you for that additional atmosphere you get. And that is it. Gates closed. We have our winner, but I cannot reveal them yet because we are going to reveal who the players are. So, okay. I mean, yeah, we're going to start. Sorry. So, Dr. Benji got number 2. He drafted a midfielder. But who has he got? Let's find out. This is the first player we are revealing.
Press the button.
Joshua Kimmich is the first player.
Well, he's not my defender then.
And some people will think, oh, no, Kimmich. You look at his attributes. He is
I would have taken him as a defender.
For where he plays. And very versatile. So a decent pick, even though it may seem underwhelming at the start. And I can reveal that it is Kempster that won the chicken as well. So drop us a whisper or a DM on Twitter and we'll send you the code.
He can play in midfield or defence, can't he?
Kempster rifled it. It was like the second name as well. Ridiculously fast. Well done. He clearly wants chicken. Anyway, let's move on to number 3. So this is Amiga Luke's player. And without any further ado, it is Neymar. So.
Oh, wow.
So, I don't know. We're looking for reactions here.
Neymar. That is tremendous. Neymar Jr. as well.
Well, yes.
Much better than his old man.
Yeah, it'd be a twist if it was senior, wouldn't it?
Imagine that. 55-year-old guy in the database. -4 pace. Okay.
Gary Neymar.
Behind door number 4. This is Fox's player.
Just don't be Virgil or I'll be furious.
Emeric Laporte.
Oof. Okay.
So it's
not as exciting as Neymar.
No, it isn't. But I mean, it's always going to be a sizable drop down.
I would say he's got to be the 6th.
Next up, then we
out of
have
6.
Z, who drew number 8, and he will be getting for his wild card N'Golo Kante.
I'd have taken any of these 4 so far, to be honest.
Did quite a lot in past showdowns.
Kante's been in one of my winning teams
I
before.
dare say he would have been drafted.
Z has just run off the screen celebrating.
Come on, VVD.
Wow.
Give me Virgil.
So he's a big fan of
And before he disappoints again.
Give me Virgil.
And next up, we have LOLLUJO, who got number 10.
Come on, be Virgil.
If he gets Van Dijk, I'm going to scream.
Give me
So
Virgil.
let's build this
Give
up a
me
bit, shall we?
Virgil.
No, let's not. Just get it over with.
So he's drafted a defender. He's had
Give me
great
Virgil.
success in the past with Van Dijk.
No way.
But he has not got him this time.
Oh, I'll take him. I'll definitely take him. That was one of the ones we
Yes,
identified
he
as would
has
take him.
not
I'll definitely. I'm happy with that
this
for
time.
sure.
We've got David Alaba instead. Okay, number 11.
Glad we got that extra
Clates.
centre back.
Clates has got Bruno Fernandes. I'd say one of
Fantastic.
big juicy pick there.
Lakes does get a lot of penalties, so that'll be useful for him.
Penaldes, etc. All the old ones are the good ones, correct? Curty, yeah? You sticking by
Yeah, me and Robbie, we are united. We both like this. So.
Number 12 is Sweet Left Foot. And he has got Erling Haaland.
See, I really wouldn't have wanted him.
Game changer.
I'd be looking to trade him in for Vardy. or Werner.
Underwhelming for pretty much for anyone who drafted him for FM20. Since that database update, he's been amazing, and FNG scored hatfuls with him. So I'm sure I'll be very pleased with
Poor
that.
man's
Potential
Belotti.
strike partnership
Absolutely.
of Haaland
Anyone who
and
watched the
Lautaro
Leicester save
Martinez.
knows Belotti's better than Haaland.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that is pretty terrifying. So we are down to our final 2. We can see that it's a forward. This is for Ches. Ches has gotten Harry Kane. He's number 6.
Again, I wouldn't have been happy with Kane either.
Okay. And the final one, Mr. Dupe did say.
Underwhelming reaction there for Harry Kane. I think he deserves a bit more respect.
I know I say when like, Z drafted him in season 2, and you look at his attributes, he's insanely good. Like not express pace, but can pretty much do everything, and incredibly good as a creative role, if nothing else.
You not realise Ben already got Kimmich, don't you? Lots of people saying Ben's going to get
Dupe gets
Virgil.
Van Dijk. We can end the competition here. I think it's Dupes for the taking.
But let's see who number 18 is. So I did mention.
I imagine if they've done it in order,
maybe
number
it's
1
not.
is Van Dijk.
Let's find out. And it is.
Oh,
Virgil van Dijk.
okay.
Oh wow.
Told me.
That is massive.
Oh, I want my Virgil. I want my Virgil back.
Yeah.
That is
Much
the
sadness.
urge to verge.
It's got De Vrij, Manolas, and Van Dijk. That
Set
is.
So he's got Virgil
FC.
and Lukaku.
That
Dupe's
is
got this
possibly
one, I
the
think.
best defensive options that I've
Virgil
ever
and
seen.
Lukaku.
Dupe
They
is
were my
going ham
two.
on
They were
stream
my
right
2
now.
top
He's
picks.
loving life.
I have my top 5 picks written down.
He's getting naked. He's getting
and it
naked.
is Van
Not
Dijk,
again. Not again. Put it
Lukaku,
away.
De Jong. They're my top
so
3.
that does conclude for now the wild card draft. But
Luckily,
we
it's
do
Dupe,
obviously have
so he won't know what to
9
do with it.
players yet to be revealed. Now they won't be revealed until after the league winner has been confirmed, because we will have whoever the league winner is, they will get an additional player from this pool of 9 unknown players as they currently stand. So let's leave that. It could be anyone. Obviously, Van Dijk is now off the table, but doesn't mean that there aren't other fantastic players behind the remaining doors that are left. So, whilst we prepare the draft sections to have a look at the teams, we are still waiting on one person to
Right, let's have a look to see what the other
whilst
squads
we
are, because I've not
watching
seen what
this,
anyone else has been
hopefully
drafting.
Clates is listening, because we can't move on without him clicking continue. And once we can then bring you the squads in full without their additional players, obviously. So, gents, thoughts on the wild cards? Obviously, we will go through the squads in full detail, but we will give opinions once we can. Curty, how does that, those single players, can you see it changing anyone's sort of position, like of the people that you watched in particular? Can you see that changing how they're going to how they were planning to set up?
I mean, Foxy, I think Foxy. Obviously, it's with a defender. You never know. Kind of, as Dan said on a couple of occasions, like you don't know if you're getting a fullback or a centre back. So certainly in the defensive role, I think you almost have to plan disregarding your wild card. And I kind of feel like Foxy did that. He's built himself a half decent team. He's missed out on SMS, but he's plugged that hole with Messi and Dybala. So the addition of Laporte will just be a bonus to him, I think. Someone like Ches is going to see. I mean, Harry Kane. How could he not be a starter in your team? So
he wouldn't be a starter in my team.
And like I say, Z was very happy to draft N'Golo Kante. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Kante and Laporte are game changers.
We're not going to get these squads.
But,
I want to see everyone else's squads.
Right. Well, we do now have the teams, so we can go through them in earnest. We'll go through alphabetically because order, and it helps keep that in place. So let's have a look. We'll start off with Chez's team. Then obviously we are down one player, which is Harry Kane.
Of the ones I wanted,
that he currently has,
he's got Saul.
Watched a fair amount of Chez's drafts anyway, but I
didn't want anybody else in that squad, and that makes it a bad squad, as far as I'm concerned.
Thoughts, Gertie?
Yeah, I quite like this team. Luis Felipe was on my list of potential central defenders. That's probably the one area where he's a bit weak. If he loses one of those defenders to suspension or
because he's left a big gap.
Or injury, then potentially,
he got Harry Kane.
Could probably drop in, but
he's lucky
going forward, he looks like
a
real threat, especially with the addition of Harry Kane, Griezmann, Asensio, Bale, Suso, Eriksen, Vidal. I mean, Sal's a fantastic player; can pretty much play anywhere as well.
The only issue with Duke's team is Duke.
Decent draft from Ches. I've criticised his drafts in the past, but I think this is okay. I would just be worried about those looking a little bit light at the back.
Yeah, I would agree. It doesn't have a huge amount of depth at centre back at all. Just two players. It could be a bit difficult for him.
That is a very odd decision to only have two centre backs in the squad.
Like he's not going to be playing one centre half, is he? Surely.
I mean, the way you pick up yellow cards.
Dogbia can drop back, but it certainly wouldn't be.
He's not natural there, really.
He's He's certainly not natural there.
Ches is going defenderless.
Given the amount of talent he's got further up the field, maybe some of that could have been better spent at the back.
Yeah, I would agree. Let's move on then to.
Maybe he's going to play two goalkeepers.
To the next team, and that is going to be Clates' team. So Clates, in addition to what he has drafted, has Bruno Fernandes.
So who have we got here?
Who do we have watching?
Right, on my list, Diakabi, Torres, Varane, Was,
thoughts on his team?
Hernandez.
I think there's some really good standout players in it. If you're looking at more the spine of it, you've got Handanovic, Varane, and then you've got Pjanic. And if you add Fernandes into that centre midfield is really strong, and then Osimhen up top. I think the spine's really
Who
good
did I
all
get as my
together.
wild card?
Yeah,
Alaba.
I think it's a good team. If anywhere,
Clates has gone
I was
very
probably
tall
thinking centre
players
mid
again.
could be a bit improved. And I mean, I don't think you're going to get many better players than Bruno Fernandes to
Lots
fit in.
of height
So,
at the back there.
yeah, I like it. I do like it. I'll be interested to see how he sets it up, but I like it.
I think that's it though. Like they've obviously drafted not knowing they had a position, but it could have been, particularly in Clates' case, he got a midfielder. That
See,
could be
he's gone
defensive
5
or
centre
attacking,
backs.
So he kind of has to.
You should give
cover
one to
both
Ches.
bases for that. I think.
How do I feel about Alaba? Yeah,
adds
I'll
a
take
different
Alaba.
dynamic. He does have some players that could play there, but equally, I think Fernandes is probably the best player of the players he has drafted to fit in there. So he's sort of lucked out a bit. Equally, he doesn't look particularly light defensively either. So interesting drafting. I think at least initially, without looking at everyone else's, he looks fairly strong. Pretty much.
Just poured my iced tea down my
shirt.
shirt.
Seaman will most likely start sort of ahead of Milic, especially
Posture check.
with
There we go.
how well he did for him previously.
Dries Mertens is very good as well up front.
Okay, next up then we have the Bosses team. So I think Robbie, you were
Donnarumma,
watching Ben for the majority.
I think my best.
Fabian,
you got it.
That's all anyone can ask. Because
Suarez, Gomez. So he's got 4 players that I want.
Did my best.
He also spent the most on a single player in the entire draft in bringing in Cristiano Ronaldo. Thoughts on Benji's team?
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo is a little tip for you. Is a good player. One to keep your eye on in the world of football. Not to be confused with the other Ronaldo.
No, Militao wasn't on my list.
Is retired now. A good team. I had Stefan Radu in my save for. I should go back. Actually, no, it was at Aberdeen, and then he had one season was rubbish and retired. But that was a bit in the future, so he's probably all right now. But he's getting on a bit. Yeah, I like it. It's nice. It's a nice team.
He's got very old strikers.
It's a nice team.
It's a nice team, isn't it? Nice.
Well done.
Range of nationalities, range of heights, different weights. He's got a real balance.
Weights. And they wouldn't let me on the lowdown.
I mean, there's
Can you believe it? A range of heights and weights.
It'll work.
I like this. This is the level of punditry we were expecting, and I'm here for it, if I'm honest.
Good.
Okay, so next up,
post up of Matt.
Dupe. So obviously Dupe returning it's been a while because he was supposed to be in season 8 of FM20, and then that obviously didn't go ahead as planned.
Does Matt know we're not looking at
got a
group
lot
squad?
to prove this time.
Here we go.
Dan, you watched
right. De Vrij,
streams.
Titi, Hakimi,
watched his draft.
Alba.
He did point out he sort of was picking quite closely.
Sanchez, Lukaku.
It was picking closely to the list.
He's got 6 or 7 that I wanted.
How does it look now? You can see it in full though.
I think this is up there with some of the best squads we've seen, especially when you factor in Van Dijk as well. I don't see really a weakness. He's got great defense. He's got lots of creativity. A front 2 of Lukaku and maybe like Leao.
Can't wait to see what these jokers say about my squad.
Devastating. That back 3, like I said before, though, he's got Manolas, Van Dijk, and De Vrij in front of Oblak. That is terrifying. In terms, like, if you're trying to attack against that, you're gonna really struggle. He's got really good wing backs. His midfield's really good. But like I said, Lukaku would have been my first overall pick. He's picked him up. I think he's if he can get Lukaku firing and that defense performing as I would expect, then he's got to be one of the favorites. And I feel like my pick of him to go on and win it might be justified after looking at this squad.
He has picked heavily favoured towards the Italian teams, and it's interesting to see.
Does he look Spanish to you?
We can work out the weightings sort of when we get more of a chance to actually, actually study who has been drafted from what leagues and the percentages. But it looks, I can see it from looking at it how heavily influenced he was by performances in the network save. I'm intrigued as to how he's going to set up tactically as well.
Can you just check your notes? I thought Dan said Kev.
Excuse me.
He did say captain.
Did I
Yeah.
say Kev?
Yeah.
I meant to say Duke.
You can't just say everyone, Dan.
Yeah, I meant.
It's not a joke,
He
you
did-
know.
No.
I think he did. I think he said.
I
Kev,
said
but
my
meant to
heart's
do-
with
Dan
Duke.
say I was
but my
going to
head's with
win.
Kev.
Aww.
Oh, okay.
I meant.
I'm saying Duke, but my heart's with Chesnoid Clates, Benji, Foxy, LOLLUJO, Luke's, Mike, and Z. So, yeah.
Who's next?
Wow. Back on the fence then.
Just saying.
Everyone's surprised by that. Let's have a look at Fox's squad then. Curty, I think you were watching Foxy. He's drafted a lot more players that could potentially play striker this time, and obviously I think those options mostly would probably not put them as
Dybala.
strikers, but they can do it.
One
Certainly more so
player
than he's
that I was
drafted in the
interested
past.
in. Just one.
What he's done here, he's given himself a lot of options, you know.
Thank you for the sub, Lord
obviously
Popple Chops.
we've said this earlier. He's missed out on SMS, but I mean, look at
Yeah,
the cacophony of players he's got there that can all play in those attacking midfield positions. Messi, Dybala, Felix, Elena. You've got Kulusevski, who's tremendous. Joaquin as well. You know, and
He's got more strikers than me
at the back.
in his strikerless system.
Presumably, he'll end up starting with Skriniar at the back. So he looks really, really strong. Tony Kroos in midfield's the only downside, as we discussed earlier. But a solid draft from Foxy, and I think this gives him a lot of flexibility.
He's got a player older than me.
You know,
yeah,
I do like
much
saying
more
that.
flexible than his season 2 squad, I think.
You're saying about Tony Kroos being the downside. Media description is world-class midfielder. So
Yeah, but 80s hairdresser. So
yeah, I think I think he has a lot more options than he has previously, which I think, if you think about it, it's probably a wise choice. He hasn't really had much of a backup option. Obviously, he's played the strikerless formation differently both the times he has used it, but equally, he's had one striker and that's it. So if he did need to do something. Also, could this be a massive curveball? And he just goes back to how he was playing before.
I don't remember.
3 strikers.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think this may be a bit more gameship-like.
No, I don't remember what Foxy got.
Gamesmanship-like even. Then I think we're not giving him credit for it at this point, because it's a lot more varied. I think in terms of sending people for a loop, and how he's currently setting up could be very different to what they were expecting. So. Yeah.
Interestingly, missing out on his favourite player might have done him the world of good here.
He won't be so reliant, but then SMS.
Oh, Laporte, yes,
fulcrum
Laporte.
Of his
Okay.
attack previously.
Yeah, he got
so it'll be
the
interesting to see
dud.
how he
I would
does
have been disappointed with
fill
Laporte.
those holes left by.
I mean, he's good. I would have played him, but I would have been disappointed with
A lot
him.
of that was. Don't forget, like a lot of that was long throws and set pieces, though, like with the SMS, because he's so big and powerful.
Yeah.
So if that's been taken out,
So
maybe
I've got
having,
Chiellini with
smaller,
19
more
long
technical players
throws
is gonna do
and
really
SMS
good.
as the big lad.
Well, we will see, obviously, on Saturday how that goes for him. Let's have a look at Kev's squad this time round.
Here it
I
is.
think Josh was keeping
17 players that I
an
wanted
eye on
here.
Kev.
Yeah, Josh, don't
there
make
are
an
some
idiot of
more
yourself.
Unfortunate pronunciations here, Josh.
I
I'm
know,
expecting
I
you to
know.
go for exactly those players just to prove that you can actually say them.
I'm definitely not going to do that. We'll start with SMS to just start off easy there. I mean, he's the key, isn't he? He's such a good centre midfielder. I
He
said
was
at
a
the start
troll.
he would be my first pick, and I think he is the best midfielder in the centre midfielder in the game if you're looking for an attacking-minded player. The squad in general, though, I've been looking at it for a bit as I was noting it down. Going forward, I think I'm a little bit worried. I mean, especially when it comes to out-and-out
Long
strikers.
throws and
He's got
corners, that's all
Belotti,
we need.
but then other than that, I don't. There's not really loads.
Belotti
You can
is a
see there.
superstar.
Ansu Fati could play up there as well, but we
Belotti
said
is a
when he picked him,
superstar.
was he worth the money at this point in time? He's a good player, but obviously develops a bit further down the line. Yeah, I'm not sure going forward. And then when you bring in Alaba, I mean,
£9, are you kidding?
it's an okay
My leg
wild card, I
weighs more than
suppose.
that.
Probably not something you really want from a defender, but yeah, I'm not too sure.
It's
There's a
I
lot
didn't
of players in
realise
this
how
squad
light
who were in
he
my
was up top-
winning
up
squad last
top
time.
even, in terms of, I mean, Belotti, Ansu Fati's a lot of money, but again, isn't really naturally suited to playing up top. Belotti isn't amazing, even though he's cost 27 million.
Velotti's awesome.
If he's going to get the goals from Milinkovic-Savic, if he sets up to get the best use out of him, fair enough. I do think he's perhaps had the... It seems a bit weird when you put Alaba into that. It seems like the other choices from the draft look a bit weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else agrees or disagrees with that.
Well, Sorry, go on, Dan.
I was going to say, he just looks like he's spent a lot of money in defence and kind of more workman-like midfield rather than X-Factor players and flair players. And
Have they seen me play in this tournament before?
My only observation really is, I mean, he's going to have a starting centre-back pairing, presumably, of Chiellini, who is a fantastic defender, but, you know, in a 100-metre dash,
Someone noticed that 19 long throws.
And Koulibaly, who, again, you know, great defender, but some of his mental attributes, he just looks like, you know, he might cost you a goal every now and again. So I think Kev is struggling here, if I'm being honest. And I know we've written him off before.
19 long throws.
You know, perceived to have had a poor draft, but I think, yeah, not for me this one. Not for me this squad. With the addition of Alaba, I don't think it hugely strengthens it. So Kev could be an early exit for the 5-time champ.
Could be in the gravy.
Will be good.
In comparison to other drafts, it's a little bit underwhelming.
Almost half of them were in my squad last time.
Prior drafts, not other drafts in this time by other people. It's not as balanced as we've seen it. It doesn't. The plan looks less clear, I think, is what I'm trying to get at. So it will be interesting to see how he does set up, though. Once Saturday comes.
I would like an extra striker, but I'm not going to get down about not
Josh
having
also
one.
wasn't born when that was released, so shock there.
No idea.
Let's start Sean Bean.
Just no idea who that's.
It's one that he didn't die in as well.
Yeah, he didn't die.
Sean
Yeah,
Bean
that's
dies, doesn't he?
So, Amiga Luke, I fear that we're going to go to Robbie here, and that was an unintentional rhyming. There are actually some players that you noticed, and there are some that were on your list of players not to pick. And I want to hear the reasons as to why.
Casemiro, Beneca, Rabiot,
Okay, let me try and remember who that was. Was it
Odegaard, Alberto?
Because he's got a weird letter at the front of his name.
He's got quite a few that I wanted.
Too hard in team talks to talk to him and reference him. It looks like a
Who
zero.
did Luke get as his wild card? Because if we're dissing my strikers, he's got one.
So I might go 0 to guard or something like that and get it wrong, and then all the players would laugh, and I'd be like, "Oh no, I lost the dressing room." So I wouldn't have had him. Apart from that, is there anyone else I didn't like?
Who was Luke's wild card?
Someone in the chat just said that you could just call him Martin if you weren't sure.
Yeah, but then that might seem too chummy, and they might think, "Oh, he's."
Neymar.
He's favouring
Okay.
0 to guard by Martin. Then I'm losing. Either way, I'm losing the dressing room.
So he's not got much in the way of a striker, has he? And my
isn't that
defence
far,
is
is it?
infinitely better than his.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. It'd work. It's fine. Luka Modric.
Win the league and
I
get
probably
given
wouldn't have had
Mbappe.
him.
It's an option.
He's a good player. And in fact, I think I put him on a list of players I would have picked, but don't worry, I've changed my mind. Because I once filmed him at Spurs training ground. He was quite quiet. So I think, I want my team to be a bit more lively. Casemiro definitely would have mentioned him beforehand. Also, they've only gone for one player in the squad with one name. He did a few players with one name, like Pele.
That's a very good point.
Last squad had
I went
3
for
players
several.
with one name. I noticed that. I admired that.
Thanks, Robbie.
Only one name player. That's weird.
That's old guys who got to stick together. Robbie knows what's what. Robbie is a very wise man.
Must try harder.
It's good to get these behind-the-scenes insights as well.
Yeah.
About
Yeah, a lot of people don't think about that. A lot of people don't think about the balance.
I was thinking about it, Robbie.
Alphabets, yeah.
I was thinking about it.
It's like when people go and pick their dream dinner party. They go, "Oh, I'm going to have like Nelson Mandela and Barack Obama and Will Smith." Worst thing you could do, because then they're all just going to talk to each other, and you're going to be left on your own. Because they're not going to want to talk to you, are they? You're just a person. They're all like mates. You got to pick 2 people who are boring and 1 interesting person for a dinner party. I've got off topic. Carry on.
No, that described my draft perfectly. He's analysing the wrong man.
That's perfect. In terms of actual playing, there's Dan, you're a big fan of the divan.
Oh, aye.
In comparison to FM20, I feel like he's had quite an upgrade. It looks a lot more solid. I think his mental attributes looked a bit weaker from memory from FM20, and this time round he looks incredible, really.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, the big thing with him is he's just incredibly strong, great finisher. He's pretty quick.
Talking about me.
As a kind of a spearhead forward, I don't think you can ask for much more, to be honest.
yeah, he can pretty much do it all. The only thing he's sort of lacking is sort of you would never play him as a creative type. His vision and his passing range or passing ability isn't really there, but everything else, he's a physical presence, if nothing
They've
else.
been disrespecting me.
Here as well.
Just
as another option, I'd imagine he'd play him in behind, but
they can disrespect me all they like. They always do.
We're adding Neymar to the mix as well.
They always do.
Neymar Jr. So,
which is a position that he needed really, because looking at that squad, he is a bit thin in the attacking areas.
Yeah, it depends obviously on how he's intending to play him, but I think that the addition of Neymar actually really helps him. And I know we've seen sort of some of the others where the players that they've been given as their wild card.
A couple more squads to look at, and then we'll do some of the Sheffield United save for a bit. I think.
This is basically the antithesis of Kev's wild card, where Kev had already drafted a load of players in that position, whereas
I had 5 defenders in my squad.
Again,
I got my wild card as a 6th.
Sort of complements that.
This is balance, Matthew. Balance.
As well, my boy.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Man's lost his mind.
He's fantastic. He's brilliant.
I wanted him. I really wanted him.
And Modric.
But I'll take SMS instead.
Creativity in that midfield.
Imagine that he's actually planned for that, I presume. Anyway, let's move on. We're closing in on the last few teams that we need to run through. So next up is Sweet Left Foot. And
right,
Mike's
Delict,
last showdown
Romagnoli,
almost
De
ended in
Jong.
victory. He came very, very close. So
Martinez. So he's got 4 that I wanted.
For FM21. But how do you think his draft went, Dan?
I think he's got a really nicely balanced squad. I don't think he's got too many kind of superstars in there. Obviously, he's got some big value players, but I don't think there's going to be any players that if he misses them or they're suspended or pick up an injury, there's no one that's going to completely change the way that he has to play the game. He's got a lot of interchangeable players. Obviously, bringing in Haaland up front as well. The potential front 2 of Martinez and Haaland is pretty scary.
Obscene.
Yeah. But like I say, with the midfield, he's got Mikel Merino, Koke, he's got Locatelli, he's got De Jong. Like
Martinez was not that impressive
really good
for me last time. I preferred Belotti, which is why we went for Belotti ahead of him this time.
Interchangeable centre backs. The only
had them both last time.
Where he's a little bit
Preferred
thin, I
Belotti.
think, is at fullback. So if he gets injuries there, he could struggle. But in terms of the balance of the squad is really, really good.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably weakest at fullback. The options he's chosen.
Yeah, I'm going to place
like,
Dr. Max. I'm going to place him FM after we've seen all the squads.
They're well.
Yeah, my wild card is Alaba.
There are
Grizzola's very good, but yeah, left back is a bit thin.
I know who Alaba
Yuri
is.
was on sort of he was on Josh's
I've never wanted to
list,
spend the money on him before.
He's been a very steady player in FM for a long while, but he's not like world class. He's but again a good value pick. But yeah, I would agree with you there, Dan. Weakest position, but equally, if he decides to forego fullbacks or completely, as long as he can provide the ammunition to the likes of Martinez and you would assume Haaland up top. I can't.
Yeah, big fan of Ocampos and Lozano as well on the wings.
I like this team a lot.
Yeah, really good squad.
Robbie, do you have any thoughts on?
Yeah, I'll show my team again after we've seen everyone else's.
A couple of one-name players there.
Zealand's
So that's a decent amount, not overkill. So I go with that. Very tall. A lot of very tall players, which I quite admire there, particularly towards the back. Yeah, happy with that. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Yeah, but I'm a harsh marker. If you were doing a degree and you got 70%, that's a first. Everyone thinks 7 out of 10 is not great, but it is in degree terms. So
speaks the truth.
7 for Robbie's like a 9 for other people, so that's very respectable.
High ranking. Yeah. Our final team then is Zealand's team. So let's have a look. Interestingly, he's
So-
gone for Robin Olsen, who he actually
Dyer,
drafted
Kessie,
before as his wild card
Costa.
for season 2.
He's got my boy Pedri. He wasn't on my list, though.
Interesting he's gone back to that
Javinho,
well.
Immobile. He's got 5 I
he's
wanted.
Happy with how he got him so close to yet another crown, but no cigar.
Didn't we slate him on the performances of Olsen last time?
Yeah, there were a few dodgy moments. I've had personal experience of using him in FM.
I
this
mean,
year,
people
and
laughed at my draft.
there's a robot. In fact, it was in real. It was in when he was playing for Everton. He looked like he just collapsed like a robot to collect the ball. Trying to.
I haven't decided on a colour to dye my hair. We need to get to 185 Vikings before I can dye my
he's not
hair.
amazing in this year's FM, I don't think. Interesting to see him going back to him. Curty, thoughts on Z's team? Obviously, you were watching the majority of his draft.
Yeah, I think it's really solid. I think it's a really solid draft. I mean, I think when I said he was celebrating about Kante, I think actually he was angry rather than that, but just because he's got Kessie in there and Diawara already, so it's just another defensive midfielder to add to the collection. But he's got a decent side. I quite like it. Douglas Costa's obviously got bags of pace, Carrasco as well. And then he's got a lot of options up front. Ibrahimovic, Immobile, Javinho as a potential sort of plan, well, probably plan C or D, I imagine. But, there's a lot of depth in there. And it's another good Zealand draft, to be fair. You know what you're getting with Z. He comes prepared for these things.
Yeah, quarterfinal
most of the time. And he's done all right. Like you say, the only weakness there might be goalkeeper, but actually Robin Olsen was one of my bargain picks. So I quite like this team. Not as excited about this one as Dupes, but this is a solid Zealand side.
Yeah, there was. I mean, we were some of us were suggesting about Ibrahimovic and general lack of pace, but everything else, if he's starting him and building the attack around him, you can just look at his attributes right there. Insanely good, and even if he's just a physical presence to aim.
Right, boys and girls, I think we've seen enough.
I think you're going to struggle to.
I think we can play some Football Manager now. I'll just show my squad one more time for those of you who weren't here at the start. Apparently we've announced our squad numbers. So I've got Alaba as my wild card, and then can we have the? Can we not put the LOLLUJO view on? So Citizen, Senyo, Chiellini, because 19 long throws. Elistondo, Koulibaly, Acuna, Danilo, Haisaj, and of course Alaba jumping into that number as well. Then in midfield, Eloramendi, Valverde, Pellegrini, Milinkovic-Savic, and then as my attacking players, Zaniolo, Pedro, Munir, Fati, Belotti. If we just shuffle these into a quick pick, just to get an idea. So let's say if we did a good old-fashioned, remember Alaba would have to be added to this. But if you quick pick them into a 4-2-3-1, I mean, it'd probably actually be something more along the lines of this. Although we could do that. We could potentially put him in there. But this is where we've got the flexibility to just kind of swap players around and stick different options in different places. We could also do a... Let's just stick a 4-3-3 on to show you how it looks as a 4-3-3. Again, quick pick it. You can go for something more like that. Again, I'd probably go Zaniolo ahead of Pedro because we know Zaniolo is awesome. Or we've also got the option, if we need it, to do something like this. Then you go Fati and Belotti up front. Again, it's probably... I don't know why it's putting him in ahead of Zaniolo every time. Zaniolo would probably be in there. I mean, in my squad last time when I won in Season 1, we had Belotti, we had Zaniolo, we had Pellegrini, we had Pedro. So we know these midfield players we've got are good. The defence is going to be very solid. And then the long throws with Chiellini aiming for Milinkovic-Savic. Well, I don't think we need to prep for strikerless. We've got 3 strikers. Munir is fine as a striker. Look at his attributes there and tell me which part of being a striker Munir can't do. Exactly. He's a very good striker. Show me his weakness as a striker. Likewise, Fatty. If we put him up front, show me what he can't do as a striker. Exactly. Where's Alaba going to play? Probably left back. Left back, or can Alaba do central midfield? I've never used Alaba in my life. Can we stick him in central midfield instead of Pellegrini? Does he fit in there? So we could maybe put Alaba just there. Or Alaba at DM and have Valverde there. So there's plenty of options. No chance Fatty can hold people off at 9 stone. He doesn't need to, though, does he? We're playing him as an advanced forward. He's very quick. He's a decent finisher. He's good at dribbling. And you've got Belotti there to be the ruffian, playing as the pressing forward. Which is not going to let me highlight pressing forward. But we know how good Belotti can be. I'm not committing to SMS as a Carolero. We quick picked this. We'd probably do. I think this is likely to be. People keep telling me Shadow Striker. We'd probably my first instinct, and then maybe Alaba is just there. I'm thinking something like that might work. We could potentially do something like this and have these three getting beyond Belotti and have Belotti supporting. We'll almost do something like that. I'd probably have them that way around based on what I know about them from last time. Pellegrini's a good playmaker. Valverde's a good box-to-box. So we could potentially do something like that and have those three giving us all the attacking oomph. And then we've almost got a hybrid of Lee's strikerless, but with a really good finisher as a striker in there as well. Or we could stick Fatty over there. We could go full on weird and wonderful. And you could put Alaba there and go for this as a front three, like an offset front three. Have Alaba here as a left midfielder. And then something like this as an option. That might work. Something a little bit different. And then you don't necessarily have to have them that way around. It could be like that. Yeah, Alaba left back, Acuna left midfield. Yeah, we could do that. We've just... The important thing is... Yeah, this is my FM16 formation. I need Umputu in. This is what we do when we get a squad. We get a squad that's got lots and lots of options. According to Google, Fatty is almost 10.5 stone. Well, I guess because he's had a birthday, maybe, and he had a big cake. But yeah, I think we've got a really balanced, good squad. Obviously, Zaniolo's not the left back, but he could be. I drafted him early because, again, similar to Castagna. I mean, it's less important now we've got Alaba because we have got backups on both sides now. But I went for the best natural fullback on each side who plays in my kind of system. The Showdown's raided me. Welcome, Showdown people. How are you doing? What do you think? You're seeing all my secrets. Showdown are here. Hide my tactics. Look, the only thing the Showdown need to see is that we got the one player in the database who's got 19 for long throws. Welcome back to Long Throw City, boys and girls. Population, Kev. Exactly. Possesses long flat throw. Does he, by golly? Does he, by golly?
Looking squad is that, Kev? Looking forward to Kevy 6 times. Wicked face.
Oh, I'm just throwing my SD card reader. Didn't mean to do that. The world could know Kev's tactics and still fail. Exactly. I think this system here, You put Alaba in there, or put Alaba in there, and I think this ruins everybody. Absolutely ruins everybody. Right, shall we stop sharing all my tactics? What we could do, let's just upset everyone while they're here. So long throws with Chiellini to take. Where's my boy? So this is what Lee was doing, wasn't it? You aim at him at the near post from the long throws. I think that's generally the system, isn't it? Chiellini with the long throw. And then you aim for SMS. Oh dear. That's why Chiellini was my third pick. Beautiful. I'm happy. And I'm really looking forward to the next few days of everyone telling me how terrible my draft is. Right. How do I get out of this game? We're going to play some Sheffield United now. Quit game and exit. Yes, I wish to exit Football Manager. Actually, I don't. I want to play Football Manager. Should we see what everyone's saying about me on Twitter? Probably like showering me with praise. I imagine that's what's happening. What's this? What's Ben saying? Is Ben arguing with people? I thought that was going to be Ben telling me how great I was because he knows I'm great. Now we've got to wait for all these shenanigans so that we can actually load up the game. If Kev scams his 6 times. How is it a scam? I've got the best long thrower in the database. It's not my fault. Anyone else could have got him. Anyone else could have gone on there, put on the long throw filter, and got the one who's best at it. I'm the one who thought to do it. Not my fault.
Started supporting you at the start of lockdown. Here we are a year later and with one of
Dimitri,
my
thank you very much. Right, we're just going to force exit this. So that we can just play it quicker. I don't need that to be saved to the Steam cloud. By a little bit short, do you mean you have none? What does that mean? Can't remember. Is he replying to me there? I don't know what he's replying to me about. Don't be hating on the man with a plan. Exactly. The handsome man with a plan. We have to give me my full title. Let's see what people are saying about me while we're waiting for FM to wake up. Oh, FM woke up. Beautiful. Right. I should probably change the stream title. Where are we? Twitch. Should really go and put a suit on. Do we mind a casual stream where I'm not wearing a tie? Can we cope with that? I think we can probably cope with that. So non-League 2 legend. Season 9, I think we are. Season 9. Sheffield United. And of course, I was behaving while we were doing showdown stuff. But now the showdown stuff is done. Vikings! Who wants to be a Viking? Vikings are cool. Be a Viking. Yeah, Vikings and all that. Ben's as tall as Koulibaly, is he? I don't know who Koulibaly is. The chat told me to get him. Where are we? New Twitch save. That's the one we're after. We'll let you have a night off in the suit and toe. The suit and toe! Can I keep my toes? Has anyone seen this guy, by the way? Right. Let's see where we are. What have we been up to? Oh, we only played an hour last night, didn't we? We haven't done much other than spend all of the money with Sheffield United. If you are new to the save, if you've come over from the Streamer Showdown and you're new to the save, we're in season 9 of a UK and Ireland journeyman. We started unemployed, ended up at Llanelli in Wales, won the Welsh Premier League eventually, then went to Clyde in Scotland, got promoted up to the Scottish Championship, where we were like 10 points clear at the top of the Scottish Championship, and Sheffield United came calling midway through last season, I came in and spent £60 million in the January transfer window, including, I mean, what's that, 9 deadline day signings. We spent big again in the summer just gone. We've completely rebuilt the squad. Unbelievably, after all that spending, the board are still only looking for us to finish mid-table. But I think we've got a team that's going up. We're going up to the Premier League, boys and girls. That's the plan. Oh, there you go. Scotty's sorted us all out. We should put the music back on. Scotty's sorted us out with the story so far. Beautiful. Let's do I have to keep the sunglasses on now? I think I do. I've turned the lights up brighter so I can wear them, so I can still see everything. So yeah, the Vikings thing. I have promised that I will dye my hair if we get 185 Vikings by the end of Sunday night. That's how long we're doing this this promotion for. It's for the game Vikings War of Clans. We played a lot of it on stream last night. I'm not going to play it tonight. We're just Football Manager tonight. But all you have to do to join the Vikings thing, download the game on iOS, Android, or PC using !Vikings. Do it via my link. It's free to download. And then to be counted within that number, you just need to play the tutorial. It takes about 5 minutes to do. It's super easy to play through the tutorial. The game itself is annoyingly addictive. So, if you're one of those people who gets addicted to mobile games, just play the tutorial and put it away. But for the rest of you, you'll enjoy it. We've got a clan on there as well. If you search for LOLLUJO or clan tag Kev5X, yeah, that's right. You'll find the clan. I think we've got about 35 people in the clan. Last time I checked, I can have a jump onto it on mobile now to see how many people we've got in the clan. And it's just a lot of fun. You should come and join us. It's fun. And I was up until like midnight, 12:30 last night, clicking on it because I'm a clicky monster. So our clan currently has 35 people. Wow. I'm so clever. 35 people in our clan. I've got the option to quit the clan, which I don't know that I should do considering it's my clan. I can open the Loki box though and help people in the clan who need help with stuff. I'm such a generous, kind-hearted leader. But yeah, Vikings. And then we can dye my hair. I don't know what colour. I mentioned it to Anna in the car on the way home from picking her up from work today. Oh, by the way, on last night's stream, I may have promised I was going to dye my hair. And she told me I'm not. And I said, I am. That's where we left it. So we'll see. I just need to make sure that I'm not still in the Discord chat. In fact, has OBS crashed? I've got the whoops OBS has crashed sign. You lot still seem to be there. Are you still there? It just flashed up and said whoops OBS has crashed. But you're still there. Okay. I'm just going to jump out of this. Just leave the call. There we go. Just in case anybody marches in and has a word with me. That's weird that it's telling me OBS has crashed, but it's definitely not crashed. Right, we're doing a recruitment meeting. Is it still August? It seems like the longest August in history. We've still got money to spend, by the way. We've still got a lot of money to spend, so we might even still throw some more money around. But our squad's pretty decent. I don't really know what we could need at this point, really. A 32-year-old Mason Bennett probably isn't what we need. But a lot of these players we've already scouted. We are 9 years into the future, so player recommendations aren't particularly useful. We'll figure something out. We've got to spend the money. Luka Zidane, 30 years old. How much money have we got? So we have still got £33 million. We are going to fail FFP, but we don't worry about failing FFP. As long as we get promoted, I don't think it matters. Because the rules say if neither promoted or relegated, so if neither promoted nor relegated, a transfer embargo is imposed. There's no sanction if you get promoted. So we are absolutely gambling on getting promoted. Because otherwise we're on a transfer embargo. Ultimately, we either get promoted this year or this is the last season and we go to a different club. We've loaded a whole load of different leagues. We've loaded a load of leagues that we've not played in before. So we've got like Portugal. What other leagues did we get loaded? So we've got Austria, Holland, Portugal, Russia, Turkey. We've still got Wales on there. Why have we still got Wales on there? We probably don't need Wales to be loaded anymore. So we'll just have to see, I guess. If we go up, we'll enjoy life in the Premier League. If we don't, then we'll leave and go to Portugal. Barks60, thank you very much for the sub. What a wonderful thing. Thank you very much. This is make or break for Sheffield United and me, absolutely. Can't wait to see what happens in the Bourne save. I tell you what, the Bourne save, I mean, slight spoiler, but it is the title of today's video. He's got 5-star potential. That can't be right. We're about to go into administration in the Bourne save. I've never, in all my years playing Football Manager, I've never had a club go into administration. People have said many times about how I bankrupt clubs and don't know what I'm doing with all the money stuff. And I mean, I'm talking to you about failing FFP here. People have got a point, but I've never actually gone into administration with a club before. But Bourne is a mess. We're only in the second season. We went from amateur sugar plums. My word, he's a Newcastle in the Premier League. Yeah. His release clause is 37.5 million. They've offered 36. I mean, this was sort of FFP. We might have to prepare for life after Prieto, who's our wonder kid. Does he look Spanish to you? Because he is. Wolfie, thank you very much for becoming a Viking. Beautiful stuff. So if we do lose Prieto, I mean, we'll have loads of spensies. We'll have like 60 or 70 million to panic spend. They've got a week to add $1.5 million to that offer. I think it's safe to say he's going. Unless, can we? Sugar. You could buy Fatty. Apparently, Ansu Fatty's no good, I've been told. Apparently, he's not any good and Kev doesn't know what he's doing. Not player search. Right, so we want... someone told me about this the other day. So clever. If we only got 3 players who might join us and might get a work permit, that's poor. That's really poor. Sam, thanks for the resub. Marcos Valenzuela is 22, but he's a fullback. I mean, he's the sort of player I'd love to draft in the showdown. He can do a bit of everything. But, he's at Chelsea. He's going to cost a fortune. Does that filter? It probably does filter out English players, doesn't it? So if we had based in England, or based in UK and Ireland. Okay, that gives us a few more. So these are players based in UK and Ireland, or if they're based somewhere else, they'll get a work permit. You want me to hydrate? We can do that. Like, stay hydrated. So, I mean, it's slim pickings. There's this guy at Hibs, Victor Hernandez. How have they got someone like that at Hibs? Why did Celtic sell him? So Celtic pick up a gem from Mexico, don't play him, and immediately sell him onto Hibs for next to nothing. Thing is, he's not as good as what we've already got. I think we're just going to hope he doesn't go. And if he does go, we'll deal with it when it happens. Evazhne, thank you for the sub. How do I say your name? Because I'm going to assume it's not the way I just did. So how do I say your name? My name's Eva. That makes more sense. Eva Lamau. Welcome. Thank you. Right. Injuries. Injuries aplenty. Does the Viking thing require a new account? Yeah, it's new player registrations only. So yeah, probably should have said that before. If you've already played Vikings War of Clans, thank you for trying to help. But there's no point in doing it again. It's only for new registrations. Dimitri, thank you for the gifted sub, and Lazy number 9, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated to both of you. What Scotty said? What are we saying? What did Scotty say? So, I mean, talking of the Streamer Showdown, as we were, now we've got the save up and running, we can talk about that a little bit more. Need a striker, don't I? I don't know. I've not trusted the chat this much since like season 3. Because I'm not sure about Fatty. If you remember, I was coin flipping between Ansu Fati and Luis Suarez. And you lot convinced me. You lot convinced me Ansu Fati was the way forward. You better be right. Thing is, I have seen Suarez in previous showdowns not be very good. Which Luis Suarez? The one who likes the taste of human flesh. Worst case, play SMS as a false 9. I don't really understand how Strikerless works, though. It's all a bit confusing for me. So they're both the same sort of price. I think Fatty was 52 million. And Suarez, I think, is 50 million. The thing is, the whole wildcard thing did ruin me a little bit. Because my plan was, go for Lukaku. If I don't get Lukaku, then I was going to use my wild card on a striker, because straight away I identified when I was looking through, there's very few Kev style strikers. And by that, I mean like decent pressing forwards across the 2 leagues we had available. You had Lukaku, Lautaro Martinez, who was awful for me in season 1. You had, what's his face? Osimhen and Belotti. So we went for Belotti. And then I was going to wildcard Werner or Vardy or Rashford. And not being able to do that kind of wrecked the plan a little bit, because I didn't really have much in the way of a plan. Like, it would have been a plan C. Plan A was get Lukaku. Plan B was use the wild card on a striker to... It was always get Belotti plus a wild card. Or get Belotti plus Lukaku. Belotti plus a wild card. And then what I've got on my list for beyond them, if I didn't get them, like Paco Alcácer, Zapata, Osimhen, Rebic, Belotti, I've already said, Martinez, Suarez. And a lot of them went. So I think we had Alcácer we could have gone for, I think he was 32 million. Who has been really good for me in FM, like FM18. I think he was a superstar in non-league to legend. We'll see. If Fatty ends up good, I mean, Munir was very much on my backup strikers list, like my third choice. I always like to have as a third choice someone who can play up front, attacking midfield, either wing. Munir was always going to be like one of the top 3 in that position. It's just the Ansu Fati thing is bothering me, because I've not used him and I don't know if he's going to be any good. That's what I'm worried about. We shall see, I guess. Did my Viking play come through? It might have done. Sometimes they just show up as someone rather than the name. I think if you do it on mobile, it just shows up as someone rather than your name. If you do it on PC, it brings your name through. Munir is versatile. Used him a lot this season. He hasn't disappointed. Excellent. We've just gone 1-0 up. Hooray! Hooray for 1-0. Fatty is more wide. Munir can cover striker. But will I use Fatty wide? I mean, I probably will. Pedro and Zaniolo are awesome. I used both of them back in season 1. Fatty will now be top scorer. I mean, maybe. If you remember, in season 1, I got Marcus Rashford in like round 16. As a bit of a, I've got money left, I may as well go. I wasn't planning on taking Rashford. Rashford was just like, we've got money left, we may as well go for someone. And then Rashford got 11 goals, I think, in season 1. I did it on mobile and it came up as my name. I don't know then. I don't know what defines whether or not it comes up as your name. I did it on PC and my name came up. He's never let me down, Kev. He's got 27 goals for me this season, playing all over the attacking four. What, Fatty? Is that season 1? Because I've always been semi against players with potential. Although I did start Sandro Tonali in a final on FM20, so I'm not utterly against playing players with potential. I don't necessarily want to rely on a player with potential. But then I guess Belotti is my main striker. The problem is if Belotti gets a long injury again, so Belotti... No, it was Martinez who got injured throughout the league in season 1, wasn't it? So he got 27 goals as a 17-year-old. Were you managing Barcelona, or did you sign him somewhere? Inside forward on the left for Fatty in my Arsenal team, and he played really well. Okay, that's where we might use him. I really am, and I need to experiment with a little bit because I've not used an asymmetrical system for about 3 FMs. But having seen how dangerous SMS is as a shadow striker, I really am leaning towards that asymmetrical system we were looking at the end of the stream. We're still on the stream. Someone became a Viking. Thank you very much. Thank you, someone. Someone else. Do they have a name? Someone else became a Viking. Thank you very much. You're picking the same core of players for every Streamer Showdown. Would be really funny. I mean, that's what I have done, really. Someone else became a Viking. Thank you. Zaniolo, Pedro, Pellegrini. They're just good value. Someone else became a Viking. You're all coming through together. Now you know roughly how long the tutorial takes to go through from when I did my little sales pitch to that batch of people. Thank you to everyone who came through on there. Remember, we're looking for 185 Vikings by Sunday night. And then we're going to do some interesting hair color situation. I will put it out here now. I mentioned this last night. It cannot be permanent hair dye because we have got a meeting with Andy's potential new school in like 2 weeks. Ex-striker again became a Viking. Thank you. So I can't like go for pink hair permanently. But Cambridge United best became a Viking. Eek. 135 is the next sub target, but the main target is 185 for Sunday. 135 is the next pay level for old Kev. Boom, boom, boom. But if you go for some really unusual hair color, they may be more likely to let Andy in because they think he needs to get away from me. I know. Maybe that should be the system. I mean, I could potentially go for like, someone suggested grey. I could go grey. Just delay it until after. I mean, yeah, we could delay it until after. Anna said I'd have to bleach it first if I was going to do a silly colour. It would need to be, because my hair's so dark, if I just like put green hair dye in my hair now, you wouldn't really see it. I don't know if that, I've never dyed my hair before. Actually, that's not true. I bleached my hair once when I was like 18 and it went ginger. I've never dyed my hair before or since. So I could just bleach it and see if it goes ginger again like it did last time. And not only that, it was my girlfriend at the time did it. And she didn't go all the way down to the edges. So I had like ginger, but a brown rim all the way around, like a 1/2 inch brown rim all the way around my head. That was the first time I experimented with having a fade. They've offered not quite enough for Prieto again. Just keep doing that, Newcastle. That's fine. Bleach it first. I could do frosted tips is an option. What we'll probably do is put it up to a vote when the time comes. Frosted tips might be cool. Mad Bean, thank you very much for becoming a Viking. That's 100 Vikings now. We could take over the world with 100 Vikings. Kev loves a brown rim. Yeah. You could do the Bourne colours. There might not be a club by Sunday. I know. I am genuinely interested. I am led to believe you cannot go bankrupt in FM. But I don't know if because it's a creator club, maybe we can. Get the same ginger trim as Cal. I don't know who Cal the Dragon is. No spoiler. It's not really a spoiler for Born. The title of the video is Going into Administration. So it's only a spoiler if you don't like the episode titles being spoiled. Can we squeeze the one-armed swan into this squad? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Because he's the one-armed swan. I didn't save the song to my Go XLR. It's stupid. You can save it to the buttons, but then you have to save the profile before you turn your PC off. And I turned my PC off without, so the song is gone. I'd have to re-record it. I don't know if I could ever capture the emotion that was in the original recording. Guessing you don't have TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I mean, I have TikTok, but I don't really use TikTok. I'm not going to make TikToks until they give me LOLLUJO on there, but some turd basket is camping on my username. So until I can get that off of them. If any of you are the turd basket who's at LOLLUJO on TikTok, give me my damn username. I'm LOLLUJO on everything else. So, look at that. 34 million. We were looking at him. Reese Simmons is probably never going to get in our team again. They're not offering enough money to loan him out. You need to actually pay his salary if you want him. I know we've got money to burn, but we're also failing FFP. Am I LOLLUJO on Grindr and Tinder? I don't have a Grindr or a Tinder profile. I'm not aware if you use usernames or not on either of those services. When is Born going to be playable? And I just basically need to fiddle with it. So if I get a chance to do it before the showdown, then it'll be before the showdown. It might be that it's early next week. Right. There's lots of clubs offering to loan out our players for no fees. We're just going to have one more look at our scouted players just to see if there's anyone else we could go for. Oh, we've got a striker system. Striker system I found is 4123. Oh, I mean, that's some decent information. Sent the link on Twitter. Excellent. I'm off to secure the LOLLUJO name on OnlyFans. Brilliant. TikTok LOLLUJO has 2 followers. He's a turd. TikTok LOLLUJO needs to back off my username. And there's different variants. I'm ashamed to have done this, but I even messaged TikTok support with the whole "don't you know who I am" thing. I'm verified on Instagram and YouTube, don't you know? Give me my username. They didn't reply. Did I try LOLLUJO? I didn't. Did you see this earlier, by the way? A KFC cup. I tweeted out earlier today, then instantly deleted it. So I got told off. I'm drinking out of it now. Donkey ZSP became a Viking. Thank you very much. Love Vikings. They're great. Right. So we want young and hungry is the type of player we're after. We tried to sign Kleck before, didn't we? But he didn't get a work permit. We need to add that filter back on. So we want them to either be based in Afghanistan, based in the UK and Ireland, or work permit chance is likely. So, or, and then if we filter this by that, in fact, let's look at players who can come straight into the team. Robin Oberg, we don't really need another goalkeeper. Well, he's so much better than the one we've got. Okay. We've got money to burn. We may as well just throw some of it at a new goalkeeper. What's this? What's this? Someone became a Viking. Thank you very much. KFC Cup isn't what I was imagining. Yeah. I finally got a trophy. Someone else became a Viking. Thank you. Do we want Lee Simmons off of Blackburn? I mean, he might be the Prieto replacement. Maybe. He's almost as good as Prieto. And he can play as a striker. He's not scored a goal yet this season. Will you be doing a new save if it goes wrong at Bourne or take over a new club? I mean, how wrong can it go, really? I don't think the save will end. I doubt. I mean, I have got a new save lined up. It's going to be after home. I guess if the Bourne save just falls apart completely, like if I get fired, then the rules for all of my saves are usually if I get fired, that's the end of the save. So if I get fired, then we'll start a new save, yeah. The only time I won't start a new save is if it gets to like July, August time. I've learned from last year that's too late to start a new save. But yeah, I think if we... if either save finishes in the near future, like within the next couple of months, then there's something new coming up, definitely. Reborn. I was on Bully Boy's stream earlier. He said, what a good man I am. I am a good man. An English left winger named Lee. I think you might have to sign him. I mean, the fact he's English does make him tempting. We can get him for like 10 million. The fact he can play up front as well. Thing is, we only need him if we sell Prieto. $9 million seems like a bargain. Have I heard of Wes Houlihan? I have heard of Wes Houlihan. I forgot we went in for the goalkeeper 2 minutes ago. Oh, God. Right. Oh, what's this minimum fee release clause? Get out of here. Let's make it as high as we can. It wasn't going to let me take it off. There we go. Hopefully we get him. And him. It'd be good to get them both. Thing is, I don't want this guy if we... I mean, we don't need another attacking player in the squad currently. It's 7:15 on deadline day. I don't think Prieto's leaving. But we've got the replacement there just in case. Who is Tommy Topley? Tommy Topley! We signed him this summer. And haven't used him at all. He's a left... He's sat there thinking, the guy who's in my way is literally about to leave and you're going in for someone else. I'm Tommy Topley and I've had enough. Am I watching WWE? I haven't really watched WWE for a little while. I'm an AEW man these days. I still watch WrestleMania and stuff, but I don't watch weekly WWE anymore. Tommy Topley, I think we're probably, if he doesn't want to be here, we'll let him go. Come on, Tommy. Double T, Tommy Topley. Tommy Toppers. Tommy, what's the matter? You're a bit down recently. You're not a very influential player. Not going to make any promises. Be used as an... Oh, there you go. He's accepted being an impact sub. I mean, I probably won't put him on the bench. Right, we can't delay this transfer. Yeah, I watch Dynamite every week. What time is it? 8 o'clock on deadline day. I might just bring him in anyway. We just don't need him. That's the problem. We'll bring him in anyway. If nothing else, it takes him off Blackburn, who we're playing next. It's not the worst signing we could have made. It does potentially mean no room for the one-armed swan in our squad anymore. Oh no, that's a squad. That's squad numbers. Hold on. Give me squad registration. Can we still fit the one-armed swan in? Ugh, no. Right, get Luke Offord out. Get the one-armed swan in. And then have we got time to squeeze that goalkeeper through the door? Probably not, because he's going to have to get a work permit. We've left it far too late for the goalkeeper. Gold Swagger became a Viking. Thank you very much. 14 players signed. Didn't spend as much as Wolves, though. Yeah, let's just try for him again for January. So, no, not end of season. I mean, the window's closed. FFP is a myth. Exactly. If we get promoted, FFP doesn't matter. So we may as well spend the money to get promoted to make sure FFP doesn't matter. Premier League teams don't need to worry about FFP. Right, I don't care that neither of them are in the squad. Who is he? Florian Pandele. Is he any good? He's a natural libero. He was a free transfer signing in the summer. We don't need to worry about him. Right, let's go and play our new boy against his old club. Right, his release clause is now expired, so Prieto for life now. Except he's out of contract in a year and a half. But other than that, Prieto for life. If we can get to the Premier League, he'll stay. That's all that's important. All we care about. Dum, dum, dum. I'm enjoying streaming in sunglasses. This might be my new thing. Certainly for the summer, not having to wear the suit. The only problem is these are the sunglasses I keep in the car, so I'm going to need a second pair when I'm driving. Right. Oh. Okay. SR, thank you for becoming a Viking. I cannot say your name. Let me know in the chat what your name is and I will try. But that didn't give me long enough to sound it out. But thank you for becoming a Viking. We're only 30 away from the next stretch goal. Kev, you trying to steal my wrestling gimmick? I mean, you can't even tear your shirt off in one go, Luke. Your wrestling gimmick died with that pathetic attempt to pull off a shirt. I'll be your manager. I'm not going to wrestle. I'll be your manager. What's this Viking thing? Viking War of Clans. It's a mobile game, or mobile and PC, in fact. iOS, Android, PC. It's a free to play download. If you download it using my link and then play through the tutorial, you join the Vikings and help Kevy 5 times to a payday. Kevy 5 times loves a payday. So let's face it, I maintained my amateur status in the showdown. I donated my prize to charity. I'll be donating my prize to charity again this weekend when I win again. I'm going to be giving it to charity again. So because I'm an amateur Streamer Showdown competitor, I need to get paid in other ways, hence the Vikings thing. But it's a great game. Kev's more a Don Callis than a Kenny Omega. I could do that. It's ridiculous. There's a couple of little independent wrestling companies in the UK that have said, when lockdown's over, Kev, come on down. I ain't wrestling, but commentary and or management, I would love to do something in wrestling. It'd be so much fun. So the FM community, Ted DiBiase, does that make Luke IRS? Imagine Kev as my manager. I mean, I've seen your arrogant YouTuber act for your gimmick, Luke. 2 of us together. Can you imagine how hated we'd be? It'd be amazing. Does Anna want the K? Oh, there's not a KFC chair this time, is there? I was tempted to try and win the league this time hopefully draft another striker. Not draft a striker, but get a striker, like get an Mbappe or someone like that, because we do need some attack for Sunday. So I was thinking I might just go and win the league this time. Not if there's a bloody chair, though. I want a grudge match, you versus Ben. Me and Ben would... I mean, I would certainly die. I'd have a stroke if I got physical in a wrestling ring. Or a heart attack or something. I don't think either me or Ben are ready to wrestle currently. Give us a year after the gyms open. You never know. Luke can train us. Streamer Showdown 32 will be pro wrestling rather than Football Manager. Get a tennis racket and go full cornet. I don't need a tennis racket. Oh. We're going full gimmick. Who needs a tennis racket when you've got a scepter, eh? Come on! We're going full gimmick. Never go full gimmick on Thursday. Even though it's Wednesday. You go full gimmick on Sunday and not before. Who was my wild card? David Alaba. Rivalry now is Fox versus LOLLUJO. Who? There's only one rival and he's afraid of me and doesn't turn up. The only guy I've never beaten. Because he's never been in the same room as me. This is just a bunch of jokers I've beaten before this weekend. I've got nothing to gain and everything to lose this weekend. I've beaten them all before. I can beat them all again and everyone will be like, oh look, Kev beat them all again. Who cares? Or I can lose to them. And then we're like, Kev lost. Nothing to gain without Niran in there. He's let me down. All because of his little bus. You haven't beaten me before, Kev. I mean, I don't know which one you are, Luke. I must have done. Have you never been in a showdown with me? How many have you been in? How have I avoided you? Go 5-4-1 in Streamer Showdown since you have so many defenders. I have 5 defenders. If I went 5-4-1, I would have no backup defenders. I don't know where this I have got so many defenders thing has come from. You're listening too much to what those lowdown jokers say. Don't listen to them. 1, you weren't in it. Interesting. Yeah, we'll do the same rules as last time. I'll set up a Just Giving page over the next day or two. But it'll be the same rules as last time. If I get knocked out in the quarterfinals, we'll do I'll do a £50 donation. Is that what I did last time? It might have been 25 and 50. Yeah, it was, I think. I don't want to do. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, if I get knocked out in the quarters, it's a £25 donation. Get knocked out in the semis, it's a £50 donation. Losing the final, it's a £100 donation. No, losing the final is £250. It's £250. So, if I get knocked out in the quarterfinals, I'll donate 50 quid. If I get knocked out in the semi-finals, I'll donate £100. If I lose in the final, I'll donate the full £250 runners-up prize. And if I win the whole thing, I'll donate the full £500 winning thing again. Because this is amateur status right here. We don't need to be paid. I get paid in other ways. Vikings. Richest man in the FM community. I don't get out of bed for £500. If I was in it for the money, I wouldn't play because it's 500 quid. What do you think this is? 500 quid. I blow my nose on £500 notes. They're a thing, aren't they? What, you had 6 including Alaba? No, Alaba's... I might have 6 including Alaba. But I'm probably going to play Alaba in midfield. What if I get knocked out in the elimination playoff? I forget that thing exists because I've never finished below 4th in the league. Who do you think is going to struggle in the showdown? I think Ches will. Ches, Foxy, usual suspects. Dupe, yeah. I mean, Dupe's squad is great, but thankfully they're managed by Dupe, so he should be all right. This doesn't help your rich man reputation. Look, I'm not the highest paid football manager YouTuber, so if I'm the richest one, that just makes me the smartest one, and that, to be honest, story checks out. I am the smartest one, so I'm the one who's I've looked after my money. I don't spend it all on whatever they spend their money on. Harmonicas. Cameos. Yeah, exactly. Crab suits. Smoke machines. Exactly. What do you make of Ben picking Ronaldo and Hazard straight away? I thought he was learning. I mean, I coached Ben for the last one. We had a few conversations before the stream. We had one between the stream and the league. He'll deny it all now, but they were on Discord. I've got the screenshots. I know they happened. And he followed the plan until Sunday night when he started playing his silly nonsense formations and it all went wrong. So if he'd have followed my plan, he'd be a one-time showdown winner. He'd be Benny one time. But he's gone straight back to what's cost him in the past this time by going big early on. It's madness. Absolute madness. I mean, Ronaldo, does anyone remember Ronaldo having a good showdown? Let me rephrase that. Does anyone remember Ronaldo having a showdown where he was twice as good as any £50 million player? You could get two £50 million players for Ronaldo. Blackburn are going to beat us here after we just took their best player off of them. This is not good. Come on, Wang. There's our new boy. And he's won a penalty. Diving against his former team. Beautiful stuff. Give it to the new boy. Oh, for goodness sake. Everyone loses their mind when Ronaldo pulls 7 once and Pedro could do 7.2s all weekend. Yeah, I said last time, Pedro is a third of the price of Messi. I would, without doubt, always take Pedro before Messi. Because Pedro is consistent. And you can get... I got Pedro, Zaniolo, and Belotti for the price of Ronaldo. Or for the price of Messi. Pedro was great for me in the last showdown. He got like 4 goals. He had a decent average rating. He was always involved, never let me down. He scored against his old club. Beautiful. Bearing in mind, Pedro was never a regular starter. Pedro was instrumental when I switched to the diamond in the semi-final. I switched to the diamond, I think. And Pedro was the man in behind the front two. Zaniolo was injured, or was that when Zaniolo was suspended? Did you hear Sheepdog set fire to his new setup? That man is a moron. How has he done that? He's got... I mean... I give up with him. What's his... How? How's he done that? Has the ITV interview been out yet? I don't know. They haven't told me it has. That doesn't mean it hasn't. They don't always tell me. Wang! Head's clear. Found a chocolate biscuit under my sofa but didn't celebrate as it was my old club. Well done. Very well done. Right, 20 minutes to find a winner. Ronaldo might score you the winner in the final, but by drafting him, you won't make your squad won't make it to the final. Exactly. People don't learn. People might think my squad doesn't have stars, but at the same time, it has 18 players who could all start in the final. One of your monitors was broken, so he did his own fix, but it smoked. Oh my god. So he broke the free monitor. I gave him £500 worth of monitors. And he responds by setting fire to them. You cannot make it up with that buffoon, can you? There was a button not on one of the monitors that you gave him, and he started playing around with it and set fire to it. How do you set fire to a computer monitor? Oh, God. How do you set fire to a computer monitor? I do not understand. I really don't understand. It's sheepdog. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the answer. It's sheepdog. Was his fix, right, there's no button. Let's try and melt some of the plastic into a button shape. Maybe you tried to deep fat fry it. I mean, back in our old days of podcasting, we almost made our YouTube debut a little bit earlier because we heard that if you threw don't do this. Disclaimer, do not do this. Do not do this. But apparently, if you throw an egg into a hot deep fat fryer, it explodes out of the shell and makes a perfect fried egg. And we were going to do that. But then we realized that could probably set fire to stuff if it doesn't work. Do not do it. Be right back. About to throw an egg into a hot deep fat fryer. I'll let you know how it goes. Don't do it. I can vouch for that. It works. There you go. See? I'm about to go and buy some eggs. I'm surprised that the thing you have to buy there is eggs because it's 2021. Who owns a deep fat fryer? I certainly don't own a deep fat fryer. And I'm a big fat guy. If I don't own a deep fat fryer, I'm fairly confident none of you own a deep fat fryer. No good can come from owning a deep fat fryer, surely. I'll buy one of those too. Yeah. What if you throw a live hen into a deep fat fryer? I imagine you get fried chicken. How hard do you need to throw it? Just drop it in. Throw was a bad choice of word. Put a complete... No, do not put a complete egg in a complete... That's what they're known. A complete egg. Don't put a complete egg in a deep fat fryer. Yeah, air fryers aren't going to get the job done. I'm assuming it doesn't work in an air fryer. I used to own an air fryer, but it was just made the worst chips. So I just prefer not to have chips. We just don't cook chips at home if we want chips. There's these shops that we have in the UK that sell chips already made. You can just eat them. They're great. So if we want chips, we'll go to one of those shops. I forget what those shops are called that sell the chips. Simmons is injured for 2 months. He made his debut, won a penalty, scored a goal, got injured. That's the last we'll ever see of him, so I'll forget he exists now. What about a Scotch egg? Well, a Scotch egg's already cooked, so you're not going to get a perfect fried egg out of a Scotch egg, are you? This is madness. The thing I want to know is an egg the only thing that can be scotched? Oh, by the way, now we're not on a showdown anymore. Look, just going to cover up the KFC logo on top of my Pac-Man. I had a Cream Egg McFlurry earlier. Cream Egg McFlurries are back. Alert, alert, alert. Cream Egg McFlurries are back. Oh, they're special. They're so special. Martin Lang, thank you for 12-month sub. He's only done a 12-month sub, boys and girls. You know what that means. Silver nut. I think it's a silver nut at 12 months. What if you throw a fried egg in a deep fat fryer? It's just going to be double fried, isn't it? It's going to go crispy. The way all good fried eggs do. Crispiness. Got to have a crispy edge. Someone became a Viking. Thank you. My mate's had a deep fat fryer and I abused it so much I put on 3 stone. Oh, my word. To be fair, though, that's probably 1 batch of chips out of a deep fat fryer. That'll get the job done. So dip a boiled egg into a molten Mars bar, then throw it in a fryer. Extra. Why are you using a Mars bar? Also, on the topic of ice cream and Mars bars, back in my days before I noticed that I was a big fat guy and wasn't trying to get rid of the fatness, the best chocolate sauce you can put on ice cream, just get a couple of scoops of vanilla ice cream, chop up a Mars bar into little slices, put it in the microwave for like 30 seconds so it all starts to melt and get gooey. Pour that over your ice cream. Mars bar ice cream topping. Phenomenal. What about cream egg into a deep fat fryer? I mean, that's probably just going to melt, isn't it? You'd need to batter it first, presumably. Do you crack the egg into the fryer? Yeah, you just drop it. Don't do it, Fred. I cannot emphasize this enough. Don't do it. But according to this thing we saw, just a complete egg still in its shell. We know complete egg is the correct thing to call them. A complete egg straight out of the box, not in the fridge. Eggs shouldn't be in the fridge. We've talked about this before. Take the egg out of the box, shell still on, plop it into the deep fat fryer, and it explodes out of the shell and becomes a perfect fried egg, apparently. Apparently. If you battered a cream egg, it would break, probably. With the sunglasses on, you can't see the disappointment in my eyes. Battered Mars bar. See, I've never had a battered Mars bar. I don't think I've ever made batter. Again, it's one of those things where I like cooking. I do all the cooking in our house. I enjoy cooking. I don't need to know how to cook batter because that is just not going to end well for me. Do you then have to clean the bits of shell out of your deep fat fryer? Well, you can leave them in if you're a dirt bag, but yeah, I'd suggest cleaning the shell out. It doesn't just disappear. Batter is pancake mix. Don't tell me that. I'm going to start battering everything. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be telling you about my battered cream egg McFlurry that I had. Oh, sugar, that was a wild man challenge. The player didn't even go down, and he's got a straight red for it. So we'll drop him back in there. And then we're going to bring Wang on to go there, actually. I'm going to do this. We'll stick him in there. Batter is Yorkshire pudding. See, I'm worried now. Because I make a good Yorkshire pudding. So what we're going to do, we're going to batter a Cadbury's cream egg. And then slice it up, put it in a microwave, and have it on ice cream. Is that what we've decided? I'm shuffling around again. Have we not got any other central midfielders? Fine, we'll do this then. Try that. What clubs did I manage so far in this non-league session? We started with Llanelli. Well, we started unemployed, got the job at Llanelli, and then Clyde, and now we're at Sheffield United. The story is there for you in the chat if you want a more detailed version of what I just said. Oh, that we have left so much space for the overlap there. What was that noise? That was the normal Elgato's bricked it noise. We need a vlog on this. A vlog on what? What, me making battered cream eggs? I am not buying a deep fat fryer. I will. If I buy a deep fat fryer, I'll be dead within the year. I'm convinced. Either in a frying accident, which is probably more likely than hardening my arteries to the point of no return in just 1 year. I would eat fried food every day. I'd be having chips for tea every single day if I had a fryer. So the fact that we're in here. Oh, what was the weird? I mean, he's lucky he stayed on side. Why he doesn't just finish that himself, I don't know. But it's a nice little finish. But yeah, why? I can't think of a reason why I wouldn't make chips if I had a fryer. The fact that there's a whole extra thing, a whole extra step involved. I have to go out of the house to get chips or order in to get chips. It costs a lot of money, £15 minimum order to get chips delivered. I need every barrier I can get between me and chips. I used to cook sausages and burgers in the deep fat fryer because it was so easy. Yeah, I would die or burn the house down because I'd do the egg thing. I wouldn't be able to resist. I'd just do the egg thing. Do I still play FIFA 21? I haven't played it since before Christmas. My cookbook. I am going to do the cookbook at some point. I need a reliable way to get a cookbook printed. I've got like 8 or 9 recipes already for the cookbook. I think we'll put the Mars bar ice cream in there. Oh, deep fat fried egg became a Viking. Thank you very much. Beautiful. We're in again here. Beautiful. Double beautiful. We've got a new Viking and a nice little goal. We're down to 10 men, by the way. Don't do a me and set a bin on fire. How do you set a bin on fire? You're going to have to explain that one to me. Is this fryer related, or have we moved on to other kitchen accidents now? I need to know what's gone on. What's with the belt? I'm a champ. This is I'm the reigning Streamer Showdown champion belt. There was an interim champion last month when I took a month off to crown an interim champion. And then the interim champion that was crowned didn't bother turning up. So I'm just automatically the reigning champion again. Might as well call me Kevy 6 times now. What time am I streaming until? To be honest, I'm going to stop in a few minutes. I've been going since like 6:30. I need to walk down to the shops, actually. We've got no bread. I need to go and buy a loaf of bread for the morning. Randy's going to have no breakfast. And that won't work very well. We'll play one more game. Delivery. We don't have delivery here. We live just outside the Deliveroo radius. So, I mean, the shop's only 5 minutes away. I'll just walk up there. It's 24 hours. Our petrol station is a 24-hour Marks and Spencer. 24/7. So, it's quite handy. I was in there on Christmas Day just to see if they were open. They were. 24/7. They mean it. Would you be able to raid my mate who's streaming? He has 7 views. Is he playing Football Manager? I feel like I have a responsibility to raid someone playing Football Manager, as we've still got remnants of the streamer of the lowdown raid. Am I still going to find Andy a school? I mean, that'd be nice. Yeah, that's always been the plan. Right, we're going to play one more game. We're going to beat Wimbledon, then we're going to raid someone. Ask them if they sell deep fat fryers. What, Marks and Spencer's? They don't. But what they do have is a Wild Bean Cafe. So there's a chance they're going to have discounted bacon, the cheese and bacon bake things on the Wild Bean Cafe. So it's never a bad thing to go in there at this time of night. There might be a 10p bag of donuts or a bacon slice. Tony Jameson's streaming FM. We might raid him then. Don't think I've raided him before. Raid someone playing Vikings. No, you lot can go and play Vikings by yourself. Kev walks to the shops as left and right houses explode from throwing eggs into deep fat fryers. Nobody's got a deep fat fryer. The explosions will be in 3 days' time when the deliveries of fryers arrive. I guarantee none of you own a deep fat fryer. Can you see me still? Fryer exploded. Yeah, exactly. I needed an egg. Right. There you go. That was weird. So some of you are back, some of you aren't. Can we just tell everyone who's not back yet to refresh? Just refresh in the chat. I've tried it, but some of them don't listen. You know what these people are like. Twitch doing Twitch things. It literally went down for like 3 seconds at my end. By the time you were telling me it was down, it was already back up according to what I was doing at my end. So I don't really know what's gone on there. Right, as I was saying, we're going to play one more game and then we will find somebody to raid. Although the raid's now going to be much smaller and much less effective. Now I've probably got rid of half of you because of Twitch doing Twitch things. It's the worst time for a stream to go down. I've already told you we're going to be done in 5 minutes and then the stream dies. Plenty of people who've just gone to bed at that point, isn't there? Someone chucked Twitch into a deep fat fryer. But would it turn into a perfect fried egg? I never heard of that Robbie guy who was on the lowdown. It's Robbie Knox off of Soccer AM years ago. And he now does Jackmate's podcast and he does YouTube stuff of his own. He goes for walks on YouTube. He puts the bins out. He's a funny man. And he streams FM, which, of course, is the main criteria for being involved in the showdown. Yeah, he does Tesco shopping hauls. He does all sorts of stuff. He's a very funny man. His is one of the few YouTube channels that I watch religiously. Because I just really like his videos. And he has an excellent moustache, exactly. Dum, dum, bum, bum. Right, come on. Last win of the night coming up. What's his name on YouTube? Robbie Knox. He's got somewhere around 100,000 subs, I think. Whoa. Whoa. Come on, boys. It's only Wimbledon. We can't lose to Wimbledon, surely. Here's good old Luke McCormick. No. Just no. Right. We will, while this is going on, get an idea of who we're going to be raiding when the time comes. We got any more new Vikings for this evening? We are going to be streaming again tomorrow night as well, boys and girls. 7 o'clock start tomorrow night. So it'll just be, for the first time since Sunday, it'll just be Sheffield United all evening tomorrow. So 7 o'clock start, and we'll get a big old chunk of this season done tomorrow night. And probably talk some more Streamer Showdown stuff as well. I doubt I'll have the Streamer Showdown database by then, so I won't be able to show you any more tactical ideas. But we can chat about bits. I might have some more ideas. You might have some more ideas for how we can turn my squad into a winning team. But there'll definitely be plenty more of this save tomorrow night. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to raid Tony Jameson, because I don't actually follow him at the moment. I've just realised. Which I probably should do. Because he's a thoroughly nice man. We just scored a goal while I was looking for what's going on over on Twitch. What a silly goose. Strikerless but bench SMS. That's what I might do for the game against Lee. Just have him on the bench and try and convince him that we've not started him yet, because I can't figure out what to do with him. Don't really rate him. I think that's probably worth doing, just to make him explode. Goal for Saturday night, break Lee. Justify me being a monster. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Right, come on. Let's have another goal or two. I've got to fit my belt back into my display behind me in a minute. I've enjoyed having a belt on all evening. They need to sell proper replicas of the AEW ones. I'd like a proper heavy replica over my shoulder. This little kid's toy almost gets it done. It is a nice belt. It doesn't fit around my waist. Because it's a kid's toy, not because I'm fat. An adult one would fit, I'm sure. My trousers fit. Seatbelts in cars fit. I'm not that fat. Leave me alone. You're that fat. The egg thing's a myth. People have tried it on YouTube and it didn't explode. They obviously didn't have their oil hot enough. Hotter oil. That's the answer. Hotter oil. What games does Anna play? All of the games. She loves a game. Literally, pretty much she'll buy any new release AAA game will enter our house one way or another, usually through Anna's fingers. Am I still sticking to intermittent fasting? Not really. I need to get back on it. I do it to a point. I'm still trying to stick to the Huel, which I do more often than not. But my sleep is awful at the moment. I've always been a good sleeper, but Anna's work schedule at the moment is ruining me. I'm up at like 6:30 every day, which I know, woe is me. Kev's getting up at a normal time for work. Yeah, but I'm also still sat at my desk at 11:30 most nights. So I'm not getting enough sleep, and it's making it hard to stick to anything. It's all excuses. But I'm desperate for the gym to open. My new house, which I've lived in for 6 months now, but this house, I can see the gym. from my kitchen window. That's how close I am to the gym. I am so close. And I was going to the gym every single day before lockdown. Now I'm walking distance away. I will be there every day when that opens. And once I've got the gym, that'll motivate me to stick to the diet a little bit better. Anna's still doing driving lessons. She hasn't done a single driving lesson since we've moved, because they're not taking on new people at the moment. So she will. The plan is very much still for her to do it. But yeah, at the moment I'm driving her to and from work every day. Walk there once you go. Well, yeah, I'll definitely walk there. It's nearer than the Marks and Spencers I was talking about. What gym is it? I fear that would reveal too much about where I live. There's plenty of Marks and Spencer's petrol stations around, but once you know, right, it's a Marks and Spencer's petrol station next to so-and-so's gym, or near to so-and-so's gym, then you're gonna really be able to narrow down where I live, and I don't want people to know where I live. Or I don't care if people know where I live, but Anna can't let people know where she lives. What's the coordinates? Yeah, not sure. I haven't looked the coordinates up. I can give you a postcode, because it's probably the same as mine. I'm not going to give you a postcode. Oh, that's a lovely goal. We're thumping this lot. Beautiful. Is it a big name gym? It's a long name gym. Or is it? Mr. Draft, do I know who my wildcard is? I do. Alaba. I did CrossFit for 2 years, lost 5 stone, but got injured. Can I give us a city? No. That's the main thing I don't want to give you. I live in the Midlands. That's enough information. I'll even go as far as to say I live in the East Midlands. But that's enough. You don't need to know any more than that. Sheepdog's in. Sheepdog's been setting fire to his house, apparently. You got Virgil. Oh, Dupe got Virgil. Dupe got first draft pick. Got Lukaku, who was going to be my first draft pick. And then got Van Dijk as his wild card. So, if Dupe doesn't win, then that's disgraceful. He's got the best striker and the best defender. So, there's no excuses, really. Dupe should win. I will win, but Dupe should win. What is happening? Why are we conceding goals all of a sudden? I still expect Kevy 6 times. You should. I'm the defending champion. Season 2 didn't count because some people can't turn up to defend their interim titles. Not naming any names. We're pointing at the name. Not naming any names. Some people just don't turn up. I have got the best long thrower. My tactic is very much, what the hell is going on? My tactic is, we were 4-0 up on 80 minutes. My tactic is very much long throws from Keelan. He's got 19 long throwing. Long throws aimed at SMS. Corners aimed at SMS. We're going to be good from set pieces. SMS will get into double figures for goals. Yeah, we're going to take him down to long throw city. One-on-one FNG on FIFA. No. Because he's a FIFA YouTuber. I'm a Football Manager YouTuber. I'll beat him at Football Manager. Who was the original wildcard before the twist? If I got first pick, my wildcard was going to be Van Dijk. Because you know I love Virgil. And then if I didn't get Virgil, I was then going to use my wildcard on a striker. So it would have been Vardy or Werner or Rashford or someone like that. A Kev-style Streamer Showdown suited striker. The fact that we couldn't do that scuppered me a little bit because Lukaku had gone. Lautaro Martinez had gone by the time I got round to my second pick. So I got Belotti, but then there wasn't really much in the way of my kind of striker, which is why we didn't get another striker, really. So it would have been nice to be able to do the wild card. Would have been nice to stick to the rules we prepared for. But let's raid Tony. He's still on. Make sure he's still on. He is.
You look better.
So we're going to raid Tony. You look better like that than you do in a suit. Thank you very much. Because you can't see my eyes. Raid. Football managers don't dress like this, though. I can't wear this all the time. Right, we're going to raid Tony. And we'll be back here 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Plenty more YouTube stuff. 2 YouTube videos coming out tomorrow as usual. Stream tomorrow night. Showdown this weekend. Thank you for watching, boys and girls. Toodle pip, goodbye. My stream deck isn't working. Pathetic.